versus G. This is a matchup that I love to see. Alex got a lot of great changes from the most recent patch after he got buffed, so it feels good to play this character. And G, you know, not as much robbery anymore. Lost a little bit of the oomph, but still great character. Acting like you're not gonna get command grabbed. It's still your destiny, as Smug would say.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the tools not being as good as they were doesn't mean the tools aren't still there.
They're still great.
You gotta be watching for them.
Somebody came out with the new power edition, and you're like, but my you know, hand crank works just great. And be like, what if I plug it in? That's where we're at right now.
I got the Miniverse battery.
Yeah, he's got. That is totally true. He's still the president of the world. You love to see it. This is, I don't know. How do you think this matchup picks up? Because I feel like it kind of goes a lot more even now because of the changes to G's fireball. So he has a lot more a lot harder time in the neutral. And then Alex just, I don't know. I love watching this character. We have in the West Coast one of the best Alex in the business, and seeing how he's able to like navigate. Oh, we're on the airplane.
Oh,
Is
no.
this an illegal
stage?
Are we
letting this rock?
Are we letting this rock? We should not let this.
We're
No.
not.
This stage is cursed. But yeah, Squall versus OG Killa Cam.
Yeah, I mean, seeing Squall play a little bit through this weekend, I feel like you can see there's like a gradient to Alex, right?
Yes.
Because Alex has that ability with that great crouching strong and standing strong.
Yeah.
Has these fantastic footsie buttons.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can really just spend the better part of a round just
Playing
being like,
lame.
I'm gonna stay over here.
Get you
I'm
with the
gonna stay
chop.
over here.
Or-
Looking like Zangief hitting stand jab in
Yeah,
Street Fighter 4, and that's the only button.
Stand
a
jab,
99
green
second
hand the
timeout,
fireball.
Snake Eyes
Yeah.
versus Jaewong.
Oh,
and
no.
then you've got the highlight reel Alex plays.
Like Prototype. That's what I was saying. I couldn't remember his name for a moment, but that's our Alex player.
Okay.
Prototype. He is definitely the highlight reel incarnate. He's just like command grab into command grab into command grab, and it's like, why'd you get hit by them? And we're gonna see if Killa Cam can prevent the highlight reel from happening on the CEO stream, the first match of Top 96, or if G is going to postulate the possibilities.
So the reason that I brought up that thing was Squall had been playing that more footsie-centric version, and with the changes to G and how he needs to be a lot more careful in the management of the levels, it's going to lead to a very whiff-punish-focused game, I think, and we're already kind of seeing that pretty slow and respecting a lot of each other's pokes here as Squall is pushing into the corner.
Yeah, exactly. G would typically like to play in that really close danger zone before, but now Squall is taking advantage of that. This is a one-touch situation, and stun is definitely in your future. Mr. President, get down.
Yo, they sent Squall all the way to handle Sorceress Adia. Yeah, that's a Final Fantasy VIII
I know, I
reference.
knew what you were saying.
Best Final Fantasy, don't at me.
If he wants to fight back, he's got to use his Lion's Heart, but as you can see, the pressure is continuing back into that. You know, it's not at ground zero, but we are continuing to fight here, utilizing the great normals. Oh, no, you cannot normals. What was that? Definitely an input error.
Yeah, it's definitely not what you want to see. Squall continuing to just slowly inch forward. Even if a lot of these pokes aren't landing, we're just seeing that this stuff on block, Killa Cam is surrendering space more to try to get back into a range where they can try to force the situation in neutral. And it's gradually pushing us back into the corner with Killa Cam on the back foot.
Yeah, and you do not want to lose that real estate against Alex because that's where he starts to thrive. You just, oh yes, the president. But that's the thing, you can change exactly where you are screen position wise with G in a moment, acting like you're not going to get command grab. Level 2 presidentiality. Mr. President, get up. Looking like he's from Guilty Gear. He's got the arm, the laser, everything he needs.
It's not a big deal. Washington can't help you now. No more Mr. Nice President.
Oh, man. And he has Critical Art on deck. Do you want to spend the resources to finish the game, though? That is the question. Spin to win, baby. No chance. Back throw. Oh, it's party time. It's party time. Powerbomb from the top rope. We're at the right place. The right time. One more situation. Activation station. Try to hit him with the Critical Art. Is it going to work? No, it is not. You are done.
He finishes it off. Tried to hit him with the I Want You, the Uncle Sam poster. Did not quite work. First game on the board for Squall.
That was stone cold right there, all right? He broke his back. Told him who's the king of the ring. It's not even Sunday. We're not even in the square yet. And he had to get him on the ropes.
Yeah, it was Squall the whole time.
It was Squall the whole time.
Even his family didn't know.
His family didn't know, all right? Took the mask off. The bandana was released and the hair came down. He's like, oh, you're alive? It's been 17 years.
How long since Third Strike?
How long since Third Strike, man? How long has it been? Because right now, G's trying to find his way back to Q.
We got a couple of letters to navigate through. Hopefully one of those letters for Killa is not going to be L.
Oh, yeah. We're trying to avoid that. And again, getting this corner pressure as we continue to move forward. Great throw tech. Just take the throw, buddy. Oh, not that one.
He took your advice. He shouldn't have.
No,
Still
he
stuck in the corner. Another throw. Next hit will be stunned. Finds the low forward. Killa getting a little bit more presidentiality. I'm not rightly sure that we're going to be able to kill. We might be a one more guess situation.
Yeah, one more messy guessy right here. Dealing well here, but we saw what Squall was able to do with the comeback before with the same amount of health. So it is possible. Never mind, I'm a liar. Don't ever listen to a man with 2 first names. He can't be trusted.
What's
Jake
he trying
Ryan,
to hide?
nice to meet you. Yeah, what's he trying to hide? He could be either of those fellas. But right now, it's about these 2 fellas. Killa and Squall. Killa getting another command grab at the beginning.
Oh
Another one! You acted like I'm not going to do it again a 3rd time!
The bravery of doing 3, that's like, you're challenging the human condition at the 3rd one. Killa manages to recover, though. Squall's still sitting on tons of resources, but you hit some buttons on the wake-up you should not have, good sir.
I mean, the bank is closed right now.
Ooh.
These resources are not accessible. Use the V reversal. V-trigger is no longer going to be an option unless he's able to block it out for a long enough time. But Critical Art can make something happen. Stomp the yard. Back to that neutral space that we've been playing in this entire time. But in the second game, Killa has been the victor of it. The slash is not enough. This game will be evened up. No, Pixel in a dream. Not like this.
Oh, no.
Not again.
This is not what you want to have happen. Okay.
Good. Yep. Stop time. You cannot do that. I have used time 3. All right, it doesn't cost that much, and it keeps you locked up. My turn gets to go again. I have best hate saga. We're talking about Final Fantasy right here, but Squall ran out of mana. He couldn't do anything. That was rough. That was rough.
I mean, at a certain point, you just got to keep mashing circle button and hope your limit break shows up.
Please, let me break free. Let the command grab land. He hit me with 2 in a row. Can I at least hit 1? That's how he felt right there. But
at least he found the up forward after, but
it's true.
You didn't quite recover after. Killa kept it together in exactly the way he needed to.
Yeah.
1 game apiece now.
Yeah.
I think one of the big adjustments, Killa started utilizing that low forward a lot more.
Exactly, yeah. You start getting cat. Oh no, 3 in a row. Ooh. You love to see it. Stun isn't gonna be right now, actually. Oh, he's heating up.
Are we gonna see a reset?
Potentially, it's coming.
No, we finish our plate.
Okay, now you gotta continue to hold this. He did it twice again. Nice backdash, giving a little bit of real estate away, but the block you have to activate there, or it is time to shine, time to die. Nice jump. Oh, wow. Blocking up on the cross under.
I like that Squall's being more patient defensively, kind of really willing to let these block strings come out. The command grab was the problem. Oh, so Squall found the solution.
No!
The solution was north, but he thought about it too much.
Yeah, thinking about it too much. You cannot hesitate in those moments. That's where, you know, it's a game of centimeters, and right there, knew that that challenge was going to be just good enough. V-trigger activation would have kept him safe no matter what. And, you know, still has full critical art on deck, too. This is looking all Squall right now.
Ooh, okay. The input error, I assume, on that neutral jump roundhouse, but it's fine. We check the forward movement with the crouching strong.
And again, we're playing that really intricate neutral game. Am I going to catch you with the low forward, or is it going to be my low medium, crouching medium to catch you on the G? So it's scary. They're both playing a game, a dangerous game. Oh, okay, very good. Oh. Very nice. Gets the 1 level of presidentiality. You need that to happen, but oh, the knockdown, you know.
No anti-air represented from Squall, but it's fine. Doing a really good job of checking this forward movement as Killa tries to steal turns. We're very nearly the end of the round here. The V-trigger activation catches the neutral jump. A big cash out here on the side of Killa. Yeah. What's the wake-up situation going to be? Counter hit on wake-up.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be huge. Stun is going to be a factor on his neck touch. He cannot afford to get hit by anything, and he challenges the activation. This is where magic can happen. Off the sub, the plus frames. Oh, it's so close. Any mistake from either side. Oh! Really? That's how you feel? That's how you feel, Killa Cam! Light it up. Stop and set point. We are going to the final round of the first set of the day. Man, Brad, we couldn't ask for it being any better. Oh, no, he sure did.
Thanks for helping making it a 3-man commentary, G.
I can't believe G was on our side the whole time. The press conference is later. All right, let's see.
If he wins, he's going to crack you on that game of centimeters crack.
That is definitely true. Oh, he got quick reset after the jump right there, which allowed him to get that punish, but it wasn't that much. But the screen position was everything in this situation. The stomp finally connects. All right, yes. Ooh, check the dash. You cannot get in for free, okay? Everybody's got to have their papers to get into this country.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Shimmy, shimmy.
Trigger activation. Oh, wow, gets away with the whiff.
That was definitely some screen robbery right there. Oh, nice check. Again. Why are you trying to move forward? Nice anti-air, and that is it! Squall with the clutch anti-air when it matters. Takes it 2-1. The party was prepared for the match, all right? The random encounter was not strong enough, right? Open bracket is not a new territory for this player.
Needs to, if we're worried about the random encounters, you got to get Diabolos out of the Genie Lamp after. No, so Squall finding that anti-air there in that crucial moment, huge. I think one of the difficulties that we started to see in that matchup, right, is like, yes, it was very footsie driven.
Yes.
But I think the problem was G is able to, off of those errant pokes, it opens up his whole offense structure, right? Lands that knockdown, starts getting that presidentiality, and it opens G's whole game up.
Yep.
It didn't for Alex.
No,
Alex keeps you right at that tip there, but he still needs to walk forward to get into that grab range.
Yep.
What Squall did that was great was recognize that he was keeping G in that spot.
That sweet spot for him.
Which meant that G had to try to cheat out extra stuff and dash in to make things happen, and was checking those dashes.
Yeah, it wasn't even anything like magical, like, wow, look at this command grab. He's just outplaying him out of his mind. It was keeping him at bay, keeping him in a position where, you know, taking just the knockdown, get rid of his presidentiality. Now you got to start from square one, because when we're at this range, I'm just able to poke better, and the confidence is what really shined through. And Squall, you know, he showed up, had the chops ready, chopped them straight to the loser's bracket. You love to see it. And this match is going to be one exciting one. Punk coming up to the stage. I'm trying to see exactly.
It's looking like ZJ Mac, if the bracket that I am looking at is accurate.
All right. I want to see who Punk, I mean, Punk plays the cast.
Punk plays the color pink.
Yeah, he definitely does. So let's see exactly what Punk has in the tank. One of the greatest to ever do it. Had the longest string of victories as a Street Fighter player up until Capcom Cup. Idom was able to knock him off. That was such a historic game, but like Punk still continues to win. If it's Guilty Gear, doing dubs. If it's Street Fighter, getting dubs. So this, I don't know, I think we're going to see the rise of offline Punk once again.
Right, it's kind of wild. I mean, the fact that he's been playing online too, and his play style is so the hit confirm focus that has been a hallmark of Punk's play style since before people believed that you could play this game in that way.
Yeah, and that is exactly how Punk exemplifies. Showed the world the light that is Karin crouching medium.
Made that move look so good. Capcom just gave it to the rest of the cast. Slow forwards.
The low forward into you're dead. Like, definitely, man, it made me feel like I was watching Street Fighter 4 with all these low forward confirms. I was like, wow, Punk is out here. And just the consistency of it, too. Just being able to transcend it with multiple characters. Like, he's got Chun-Li, he's got Karin. I know he has an Akira.
He was playing Claw yesterday.
He was playing Vega?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Nope, not at all. Which is just straight up like, I'm only going to play this footsie game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Punk will pick whatever character because he just thinks he's better than you. That's what it is. And there's the Vega. Alrighty. I love to see it. Vega versus Punk. This is not a matchup you see every single day, all right?
I mean, there's places you can see it. I know, like, I'm thinking to some Salt Mine League shows where you see, like, Four Fills and Bolt Strike.
Exactly,
You can see these, but, like, both of these characters are intense character specialist type situations.
Yeah, exactly.
Where if you see people getting this far in the bracket with them, they know these characters inside and out.
Yeah.
What's kind of interesting about this, right, is, like you said, Punk plays the cast. If ZJ Mac out here is that deep of a Falk specialist, I'm going to assume they're going to have an understanding of the intricacies of this matchup that may give them an edge in the approach over Punk.
Yeah, and that's going to be what's super important because, yeah, if you are playing Falk here, of course they got the water stage.
Why not?
We're 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2 for so far on the stages. We got the airplane. Now we got the water. Just, hey, pick Birdie. It's a 10-0 matchup on that stage. I can't see the can. He's cheating. Or like Nakali with the
jury
spit.
fireballs.
Yeah, jury fireball. Don't even talk to me. Yeah, go to the grid. There we go. That's right.
You see them deliberating, be like, but which version of the grid?
You want to go to alternative or the original? I mean, we're in the tracksuit edition, all right? We're used to playing in the Intel World Open. We got to keep the tracksuit on. It stays forever. But now, I'm excited to see how Punk navigates with the claw here, especially if ZJ has the experience in this matchup. It's going to be so important because we've seen how excellent this character can play in the hands of Four Fills, you know, qualifying for Capcom Cup. So it's going to be up to ZJ to deal with the demon that is Punk, all right? It's already looking So oppressive, just using that neutral spacing. Like, Punk is the whip punishing master. But CJ getting a great conversion here. I love to see it.
I think Falk is one of the few characters in the game that can sort of try to compete with Vega in this mid-range.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
There's those disjointed style hitboxes you see with these weapon-style characters, and then she's got the fireball. It's obviously not a conventional fireball, but she's got these different tools. We've actually made our way back to the life lead here for ZJ Mac, but this Gray Life making all of these pokes matter so much more.
It's just, I feel like we're just playing a game of footsies right now. That's it. Like, there's nothing more to it. It's just who's going to make the right decisions. What a great jump in, though. Wow, ooh. You're actually just dead. ZJ Mac with the first round on the board against Punk. He had all those resources.
Disrespected the shoes.
That was so good. Wow. Stomp on her. All right, continuing going. And Punk, you know, still has all these resources available. You can take a round. Gods can bleed, is all I'll say.
What I will say, you can see that Punk is already making an adjustment and playing at a slightly closer range. Exactly.
Puts the claw away too, and now it's time to party. Show me what you can do. All right, pulls the claw back out. That was cheeky. Good challenge though from ZJ.
The whip
yes. Spin up once again. Finds Bishop at the chase.
Oh, that's unfortunate that we didn't get the follow-up after the fact, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit happy just to see it represented, and perhaps it's going to give Punk some pause.
But the drop right there, now actually challenging the stance switch, brings the call right back out, just trying to play that neutral, but ZJ Mac is adjusting right at the same speed that Punk is. Oh, V-trigger activation into this. Is it going to be enough? This is a mix. It's too much.
That was rule of threes. Punk got the stance switch into throw the first time.
Yep.
The second time, ZJ Mac counterpoked, so Punk constructed it as a frame trap the third time to close it out.
Exactly, because ZJ Mac thought it was their turn, and you know, sometimes the conditioning is what needs to be done, and that's the sign of a great player, rotating your options so excellently that thing puts your opponent into a false sense of security. Oh, critical art, yep, just get the damage. I love it.
I had a false sense of security. Saw Punk cash out the bars. I'm like, CA's not going to be on deck this quick. Nope, built that bar. The meaty low forward hit and counter hit.
We were talking about those confirms as well off the low forward. Oh, he's spinning. Come on, get me. Walk right into these claws. That's right. Punk knew. I told you. You have to come. Come on.
Right. But what else are you going to do? I mean, is there a path to victory there for ZJ Mac? Sure. But you need the right V-trigger confirm, and then you need the right reset in the middle, which we've seen out of the highest level Falks. But the second Punk disengaged, it's like, I'm not giving you that first step that you need.
Nope, I'm removing that avenue from your GPS. I'm sorry, you got to take the toll road and you got no more cash. Nice back throw in the corner. This is so scary for ZJ right here. You do have the EXDP to get out, but are you willing to risk it all?
We haven't seen the EXDP represented actually in that first game at all.
Exactly. So. I mean, it is locked and loaded, but when is it going to be used is the question. V-trigger activation. No! Uh-oh. Scary, scary. This is lights out on the first match. Punk going to go.
Actually, built CA out of all of that, too. Built that extra little bit of meter. It makes a difference.
It was optimal. It really was. It just looks funny. Because it's definitely a Punk thing to do. Was it disrespectful? Was it the right thing? Both.
Look, if hitting down on your controller built you meter.
Oh, I would be doing it all game. I'd be doing it all game. You know, you got to do what you got to do to win. And right now, Punk in the corner position, but no anti-air there from ZJ. That's rough, but a great check on the dash there. So now stuck in the corner. This is looking all ZJ, but the air throw. Wow.
I talked about maybe not knowing the intricacies of the matchup, but if you have an air throw and you understand you can pull that out, that's not claw specific. That's anybody with the tool. Oh my goodness. Stay out of my space. Gets the knockdown off the slide. We're sending ZJ Mac back to the corner.
All right, we are looking for how ZJ is going to escape. You do have the V-trigger available, but are you going to save it for the V-reversal? Claw, lost the mask, lost the claw. Still has the opportunity. Nice V-reversal to keep you in the corner. And the throw tech afterwards, the awareness.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that was definitely an input error, I think. I don't think that's what Punk was looking for. Had all the resources in the world, but still in a pretty good position. Critical art available on both sides. So, you know, you can take a mistake here or there, especially when you have the lead. Shoo.
Still playing pretty slow here in this round, but that standing short check that ZJ Mac has been representing as well has worked out really nicely, but now Punk in that range 0. But the second they're out, ZJ Mac is doing a pretty good job of keeping limbs in the way to stop Punk's offense.
Exactly. And now this is looking like a great opportunity for ZJ to close this out. Back throw into the corner. Punk down but not out, trying to look for that spacing. The walk-up throw into the crush counter. This is going to be huge damage. Not going to be able to confirm afterwards. One more hit will go into critical art. There's the DP! And that should be it. Critical art is going to finish it. The DP comes out, but it's not enough to stop Punk. Wow, you know, we said we were waiting for it. Too little, too late.
Yeah. What I will say, what I love about the way Punk approached that coming out of the corner there, I feel like it's really common from a Vega player when they're in the corner in that situation with V-trigger locked, is that you'll just see slide
into
V-trigger to get out.
Yep.
So what does Punk do? Literally just walks mid-screen and gets the throw because
so
ZJ Mac, like anyone else who's played a lot of Claw in that way, is like, well, the second I hit back, I'm going to get clipped by the low, and you're just going to kill me because you're going to slide.
Yep.
It's what 9 out of 10 Vegas will do. Punk's built different, though.
Punk is the 10th Vega. He is definitely the one that shows up and says, you thought I was going to slide.
He's the one
It's
dentists worry you about.
Exactly.
There's that one dentist that's like, I don't know why everyone's saying.
1 in 10 Vegas will not slide on you to activate. And you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. But Punk is just a different beast and the same animal, and that's what makes him such a great player, one of the top. Oh, ooh. I do. This is a match of matches right here. Joe Umarogan, he plays V Trigger 2, V Skill 2 Akuma versus Caba. Bandits Caba.
This is probably there is a non-zero chance that this match has been played online in the last year.
Oh, 100%.
Like, take your pick of East Coast facing / however you want to describe it facing online bracket that's been happening since we were all shunted into our homes.
It's true.
You might have seen this in a top 8, a top 16 if it was a particularly messed up bracket. But if you want to know, this is the difference of when we're all back in the same room. Top 96, first match out of pools.
That's rough. That's just, it really is how it do be, desyncing all the devices. But man, this is a match you could see as like a winner's finals.
Really,
I would say.
Like you really could. But you know what? What's interesting is in some ways, it's a reminder of how much different it is when we're all in one place.
Oh yeah.
But in other ways, it's it's nice to look back fondly and realize how spoiled we were in the people who were still competing online and helping to keep the community alive while we were all at home.
Yeah.
You were able to see matches of this caliber
all the time.
All the time.
And now we're getting them on the stage. Right out of pools, first match, as we said, Joe Umarogan versus Caba.
The weighted clothing is off.
Yeah.
You can't blame.
You can't
blame. There's no packet loss.
There's no packet loss.
No kick in the router.
No, nothing. You can't unplug your. I mean, somebody made the joke earlier when the fire alarm was pulled. Somebody was trying to unplug their Ethernet cable to disconnect.
That's the biggest Ethernet cable disconnection that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really was.
But we contacted our ISP. We got that stuff sorted.
Got it all fixed. And, you know, Caba's still rocking the Guile, one of the best in the business. One of the best in the business. His kind of Guile reminds me of Dominion from times long ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got Joe Umarogan. I love that name. I love that name. There's been so many great names on the streams that we've had for the last couple of days. I think my favorite match so far, it was Big Butt Jackson versus Little Melons.
I liked, I forget who the first player was, but the second player was I'm Poopy.
That's pretty good.
I was not ready for I'm Poopy. Caba off to a slight lead in the early bits of this round, but you're going to look for Caba to play this pretty slow. Joe Umarogan slowly moving Caba back to the corner.
Yeah, it's two sides of the same coin here. It's I'm going to play it slow, and I'm going to play it loose and fast. And that's what you love to see. But Caba right now slowly picking away. Oh, here it comes. Rush Hour 4, Akuma edition.
Now, you had called out the tendency towards skill and triggers, too, but we're seeing
he actually switched
loadout here.
I'm actually surprised when I saw him play through pools. Maybe it's just a pools thing, but right now it is definitely Umarogan showing up huge in those situations. The shimmies are typically the deciding factor because when you're that low on health, you're expecting the throw, and at this level, players can sniff that from a mile away, and that's why that standing medium was so huge. You see it in all regions. In that one touch, you're trying to dodge the throw, so you go for the tech. You're forced into it, and Joe Umarogan smelled blood in the water. And Caba right now is trying to get out of the shark pit.
Joe Umarogan is hitting some really brave buttons in counterpoke situations. Is counterpoking with, like, medium-strength buttons through frame traps.
Yeah.
Which is, like, that's a gutsy read.
You definitely are living on the edge. Oh, man, one touch to get it all done. Are we going to shimmy? Oh, nice flash kick. It had to be done. B-shift. Chip is a factor, but it doesn't matter. EX Fireball after the Demon Flip. Caba loses the first game. I don't think anybody would have expected this.
I mean, when we were, I saw Caba play in pools earlier, and it's like, if Caba's in a bracket, no one would give you crap for calling him a favorite to make it deep or win that bracket.
No, it would not. It would not be. They would not call you a buster. They would say you are a wise man. It's like you don't bet against Caba, you don't bet against Momochi. But right now, I'm betting on Joe Umarogan.
I don't know. That was a pretty dominant.
That was
dominant
convincing.
Game.
Caba didn't even get the time to play lame. That was the hard part. It was every single decision that Umarogan was making. It just felt right. And I mean, the distinction between a top player and I would say a good player is how you're able to adjust after that. Because Caba's played his fair share of Akumas. Guarantees played Samurai, Tokido, this, that, and the other. Some of the best in the world. So it's how do you adapt to Joe is the question. And right now, it's his time to figure it out. That was, oh no.
That is, if I'm coming off of a dominant first game against Caba, accidental DP is not how I want that to keep going. But you know what? This is quite the recovery. Caba getting mauled in this corner. I'm sorry, sir. The option was throw this time. There's the trigger activation. View reversal from Joe Umarogan. Does not want to surrender the turn. Just walks down with the throw.
It wasn't a mistake. It was a happy little accident because right now still in prime position to get this. The roundhouse does connect. Oh, any touch, anything. Fireball. Oh, wow, you had to.
My God.
It's still there, the fireball as well. Nice red fireball connects. You cannot make any mistakes in the throw. You were not even looking for it. Set point for Joe Umarogan against Caba. Top 96, 2-0 against Caba. There's no way.
Joe's willingness to literally just walk down. Oh my God! The call out on the forward fierce.
And he blocks that! You're kidding me! This is definitely going to lead to stun. One-touch situation. Caba, you've got to figure it out now. Asleep at the wheel. You cannot afford to take another hit. Shimmy Turner! Shimmy Hendricks! Call the paramedics! Pull the alarm! Caba, you got to get out of this.
Oh, the whiff punish on the Tatsu to go through the fireball, however, but you go to choke through the space.
You're
ready
kidding
with
me.
the low forward. What a performance from Joe Umarogan, earning the Ume in the name. The choice of the ground game just so good, and I'm shook on every decision aggressively around the throw game. Working out great. The willingness, the ranges that he was just walking, uncontested. The groundwork of that first game and the strength of how great he was at the utilization of the standing forward meant Caba was too afraid to hit buttons in that range. Umarogan immediately wise to it and opened up that tendency like you go to the convenience store and you buy yourself a candy bar, opening it right up. That W's kind of sweet.
That was definitely a masterclass on instilling your will on the opponent because Caba gave far too much respect to Joe, and Joe just ran the show, all right? You can see his podcast right now on Spotify after, because wow, oh wow, that if I sat down and told you, yeah, you know, Caba versus Joe Umarogan is going to be a quick 2-0, Caba's going to move on the bracket, that would have been my prediction, and my expectations have been shattered.
Right, and I mean, that's already quite a story, right? Caba's going to have another chance. That was on the winner side of this top 96. Hermes Venatori versus Orwando. Another Hermes Venatori, another regular that we would have seen an awful lot in the online space in this last year and a half.
Yeah, this is... Man, these matches are only going to get better, too, after we just saw that. Like, I feel like at this tournament, it has been a tournament of upsets so far, is how I would describe it. In my previous game that we just did, a top 8 Dragon Ball, name that nobody ever heard before. Net play exclusive. Didn't really play much offline. He won the whole bracket.
Right, what a story for that.
What a story. And I got to talk about it all. Imagine the same thing happens here. I mean, you got heavy hitters like Caba, Punk, so on and so forth, and then like Caba gets taken down by Joe Umarogan.
Yeah, the reality is there's something to be said that a lot of people have kept grinding in this space.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people who, and this is not to disparage them, you know, between life happens or maybe you just don't get the same thing out of it when it's in the online space.
Exactly.
But that year away, it's not like the community wasn't evolving. It's not like the game wasn't evolving.
Never stop playing.
So these people, like, they might have caught up to you.
Exactly.
They might have gotten past you. That's something that
That's
now
scary.
we get to start to see this stuff.
This isn't where it all comes to fruition. And, you know, CEO is the first stepping stone in a great series of seeing how, I called it, the new age of heroes comes to the top. Man, it's going to be so good. And then, I mean, after this tournament, we got a whole new mess of a character, Luke, to watch.
Right, exactly.
He is so sick.
He's so fun.
And
so interesting.
Imagine you win the belt, and then you're like, he's just saying, I'm the best Luke player in the world. And you didn't even get to play him in the tournament, but you have the belt.
If Punk wins, then, I mean, that could be a thing that
Yeah,
would be
it
set.
definitely makes sense, yeah. So this is, wow, I mean, that was our second match of the night, and we've got even more coming up. This one is also going to be one hell of a match. Please don't get the, are we going to be 3 for 3 on the stages?
I mean, just don't random pick the stage.
All right,
There's some great stages in this game.
Yeah, I mean, but random always feels good. You just got to let it rock. Oh, yes, Nash is making a comeback. That's what feels really good.
I'm not sure how I feel about it into this matchup, though. It feels like
Into
an
Cammy?
unfortunate pull,
Yeah.
Nash into Cammy.
Cammy is a menace. Cammy sure is a menace. Still one of the strongest characters in the game. And the game.
And in the hands of Hermes Venatori.
Oh yeah, man, it is an uphill battle to say the least. I mean, Nash, while he is feeling a lot better, his soba kick, you know, has much improved. Like the patch did him wonders.
Yes.
He obviously has a spot in Capcom Cup. Cammy's still Cammy. Like, bro.
There's the reality. Cammy is one of those characters that I look at, and this isn't just true to fighting games. I think this is true to a lot of games that have a competitive element. There's certain elements where if you give a character a certain list of tools,
they're going to be well.
As long as those tools aren't so bad that they might as well not be there, that character will only ever be so bad. It's like giving characters like a gap closer in a MOBA.
Yeah.
Like you have a gap closer, that's going to be a big deal.
Exactly. It gives you that utility. It gives you that movement that is invaluable that you can't get from another resource. So.
And Cammy is a character who's like that. It's
she's
like
got a dive kick, bro.
She's got a dive kick. She's got great hit confirm ability. She's got great footsies. She's got a super oppressive pressure game. And it's like, okay, the jump in straight off the rip. Hermes Venatori in the driver's seat.
Oh no, it begins. This is high octane Cammy action right now. Miss White is here to party, all right? It's Christmas time. And all she wants for Christmas is crush counters and counter hits.
There she got it.
There it is. I told you the prophet has spoken and that match is done. Perfect KO. 7 golden letters, baby. Hermes Venatori trying to avenge Caba.
Yeah, we need to walk back from what just happened to Bandits. And Hermes is like, don't worry, I'll put the team on my back.
That was violence. And as you said, Nash didn't really get an opportunity to play in that first game, but it's Christmas versus Halloween today. Oh, nice. Yep. Easy punish. But no, you could have got so much more.
It's a real shame. Okay, finding the anti-air there with the EX Scythe. Orlando, slight life lead here and has a good screen position relative to
Hooligan.
Going for the cross-up, such a smart call, steals the corner position back. We are back in the driver's seat, has to use the V-reversal to get out of the corner. There is the trigger activation on the side of Hermes Venatori. Clipped by the low forward, but we're resetting back to neutral.
Ah.
There's that throw pressure.
Yeah, and this is rough. You can't take another throw, and you can't really afford to take any hit confirm due to the meter available of Hermes Venatori. He's going to be looking for that throw or the low forward and the throw. It was the answer.
Did you see that micro hesitation for Hermes? The dash in, the
and then
slight
he
crouch
stopped.
block. You're going to hit a button. Oh, you didn't?
All right, I'm going in.
Throw.
Yeah, the walk speed on Cammy allows that to be such a good reality because if you're not going to check watching up, and as soon as Hermes saw that was the reality that he was expecting, I'm just going to walk up and throw. Worst case, you tech it. Best case, I win. I can take the one normal that you're going to hit me with, and that was so smart.
And with the amount of life that Hermes had as well,
take the
it's
hit.
only so much of a risk. You're up a round already, so it's not like you're about to die. Sometimes that risk reward, even if the risk is like actually bad, you can blow up the context and understand that it's a good time to take that risk.
Yep. Soup works out perfectly in Orlando. You know, we're in Orlando, but definitely not feeling at home in this match right now. But nice V-shift out. But getting into the corner, the real estate has already been lost, but the anti-air and the side switch, this is my corner now. Let's see exactly how this goes for Orlando. Trying to create space and capitalize. Back throw. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Again. Okay. Oh, big counter. This is not where you want to be. Oh, wow. Worked his way out of the corner again, but the EX spiral feels so good. One more touch will lead the sun, and it doesn't matter. Cannon spike out of my bracket. Set point for Hermes.
That's the season 1 option select.
Oh,
Did you know you can do this while you buffer a throw?
It's wild.
Oh, you do not get to dash. I am checking what you were not.
This is looking not too great. Plus frames on the whiff throw. Still gets jabbed out, but again, it's not really any impactful damage. Every single time, Hermes is the one getting a lot of the mileage, not able to get the anti-air, but gets the block on the cross-up. Right now, Hermes is just looking to continue this pressure. The whip throw! Because of the shimmy, and again, one more touch will do it. I expect lights out. I didn't even get to think about what was going to happen. It was over before I could even have my next thought.
Yeah, classic high-octane Cammy. The match starts. She's
it's
immediately
over.
on you, hitting you with that. They call her the Killer Bee for a reason.
That's true.
But a great performance. We're definitely going to see more of Hermes Venatoria. That's another name that, like, of course, no one's going to be surprised if you think that they're going to make it deep in the bracket. Hermes Venatoria, having won that, goes to play against Joe Umarogan.
Oh, the Avenger.
To get out of, actually, that's a match to get out of top 96 into top 24 and play tomorrow.
That was an Avenger. Oh, and this is going to be Chris T versus Cammy.
Okay.
UYU Cammy. Oh, man, what a match right here. Akuma versus Ken.
You were talking about how happy you are to see some Ken on the screen.
I do love some Ken. I definitely, my favorite player after I watched, it was the China CPT, is My Ken. My Ken. He sure does Dragon Punch with his heart and his soul.
Ken is what makes me think of, you know, that chart of like the flat brain all the way up to the galaxy brain.
Yes.
And at the lowest level, just doing DP is bad, and then at the highest level,
doing
it
DP
becomes
is
brilliant.
great. Yes.
Because nothing shakes a person more than -2 DP, because that's the most frame data is a social construct thing you can do.
Exactly.
Which is a meme, but it's also a reality.
Yeah, you have to. All right, it's R plus frames. That is the mindset I live in. It's R plus frames, okay? And that's what's super important, too. You have to be able – it's all about conditioning your opponent, too, because in those situations you may think, funny meme, whatever. It's down to showing your opponent what you're willing to do and establishing that they think that you're going to respect, and then putting that disrespect. Making what seems like a stupid decision turn into a smart decision because you've showed them you're solid.
I think one thing that's kind of interesting is it's sort of a super high-risk version of the type of stagger play that you see in certain other titles.
Yep.
Where it's like, I have this thing that's minus but safe here, but if you just autopilot take your turn, I do technically have this other option.
Yep.
There's other games that structure their offense a little bit more explicitly around that, like string-based fighters or stagger pressure in anime titles. It's a super high-risk version of that if you want to approach it in that way.
Yep.
I don't know how often the average CFN Ken player is writing their doctoral thesis about why it's okay to DP after they're -2. But there is an interpretation of it like that, which is exactly to your point.
That's a great way to put it.
You need to represent the threat because you need to have them. It needs to be on the mental stack so they have that extra second of like, sure, you're -2, but can I really go?
If you never show them that you're willing, they never have to think about the option.
Exactly.
So that's why I call it Schrodinger's DP. It's always there, but it's always not there as well. Akira versus Ken. This is going to be a match. He changed off the Akuma, so the Akira has been getting aired up. Daigo Umarogan may be in our future. No.
Perhaps. Oh my God! Imagine.
Can you? If Joe Umarogan played Akira, it'd be like Daigo Umarogan is on the screen, the brother. But we're getting straight into this one. This is going to be one hell of a match. You got Cammy from Street Fighter League, Chris T, a legend of Ken. You know, I remember they did the Ken mirror match at SCR years ago, Momochi and him. And I can't remember. I think Chris T actually came out on top of it. But it was been a long time, all right? We went through a whole pandemic. And
It's a whole different world now.
It's a whole different world now.
It's a whole new world, and I got a new fantastic point of view. The point of view of CEO 2021. We are still in top 96. Cammy versus Chris T.
You know, I'm just hoping we can go the distance for the rest of this match as we see that. Great crush counter. And, you know, I love that Chris T is playing the classic Ken. You know, ponytail and all.
You gotta, I mean, the alpha costume looking so great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, big crush. And now you're stuck in the corner. I mean, Ken feels pretty good here. Oh, no. Nice. Yep, showing the fire. The fire in your heart. Great throw tech. Nice counter hit. Not really able to get much off of it. Stun is no longer to be a factor, but feeling comfortable in this corner position. Blocking Daigo. Very good. There's 2 hits, though. Oh.
There's a whole lot of respect happening in this mid-range. They both, their footsie buttons and the hit confirms behind them really generate threat in a similar space. Oh, no. My DP gets blocked. Chris T closing out the first round.
A whole lot of respect right there. Chris T gave all the respect in the world and said, "Cammy, thank you for your L." It feels great because that was Cammy wanted to escape and it was who's gonna let her rip first, and Chris T said, "Nah, I'm waiting. Spin out."
Chris T had the read. He's like, I don't know. Cammy's looking kind of 6-2-3.
That's true. Ooh, nice. Oh, it begins. This is where Ken likes to shine. No anti-air. Oh yeah, that is. Oh, asleep at the wheel, Chris T. All right, it begins. Akira also has that rush down pressure. Oh,
okay,
nice cross cut.
Yeah, get the autocorrect this time. Chris T, the slight life lead now. continuing to walk Chris back to the corner, but the threat is Chris now has that V-trigger activation on deck. Any of these errant hits could be huge,
party time.
just like that one.
Yup. And now any touch into critical R is definitely going to be the game, unless he decides to do the Tatsu. Doesn't get the kill here. Oh, it's so close. No.
Oh, blocking that cross-up Tatsu. Huge there. Calling out the big brother once again.
Double Daigo. All right, but the jabs are here. Nice throw. Again, it is, yep. Any touch would have gone and caught the dash up. Chris T getting the first game. I love that willingness to wake up. And the thing is, Cammy right there looking at the meter, doesn't think, like, knows that Chris doesn't have the meter to EX DP, so feels comfortable moving forward, feels comfortable not going for immediate, and Chris utilizes that situation, wakes up with the stand short, catches him moving forward. Like, that's something that is so next level because you're abusing what your opponent's trying to do, especially with the tendencies that you could have. Like, oh, he doesn't have EX DP, so I can either throw, or he can medium DP, or I can go in and go for a low myself. And he got caught right there in that situation, so I love that.
That's the magic of high-level Street Fighter, because talking about it earlier today, you know, at the lowest level, the first thing that you need to learn is to change the decisions you're making. Okay, we're seeing one decision changing here on the side of Cammy. We're thumbing over the Seth, but what I was going to say, you have to change your decisions just from what you want to do to making what you do based on
your opponent's decisions.
Yes, but as you called out, Chris T specifically making choices based on what he assumes Cammy is going to do. That's when we get to that chess where people are posturing. It's not just about I need to do this. It's I think you think I'm going to do this.
It's when you get into layer 8, when it's I think that you think that I think that you think that you're going to do this, and then you.
It's when you hit the Tesseract at the end of Interstellar and Matthew McConaughey starts manipulating gravity strings.
And time and the future and the past and everything we love and know in life. But Seth on the screen. We got green Seth right here. He's been under the sea. He's got some kelp action going on. But Chris T still feeling pretty good. Nice hit confirmed. And the thing that's going to be hard about Seth versus Akira, he's got low health, low stun. So it is a volatile matchup, but give me that steal.
I'm wondering if steal, considering that we've seen it represented twice already so early in this round, is steal one of the primary things that Cammy is thinking about when he takes that choice? Is it like dealing with the fireball with Akira wasn't working?
Yeah, maybe it's the key to the matchup, the major key. Oh, there it is, Schrodinger's DP. It's not there and it's always there at the same time. Oh, do it again. Just take the throw, bro. Oh,
okay, no. Okay. We are challenging some human nature today. There's an awful lot of three pieces.
It's true. Sometimes you got to get the combo. I love the delay right there, trying to check if Chris T was going to go for that.
On the low forward, but we're closing out the round anyway, and we're now set point Chris T.
Yeah, Chris T looking really confident, really composed here. The steal didn't really come into play in this set, and Chris T is just playing it. What a hit confirm on the low forward. With the DP, good block on the tandem, and now you're stuck in the corner again. How are you going to escape? No delay on the flip kick this time. Spin to win, baby. All right, hold it. Oh, there we go. Get the steal again. That's the second time he did it again this round.
Really trying to represent that low forward as an option here against Chris T. I like the check with the standing short. You cannot just go into this space unimpeded.
Yeah, but then Chris T still feeling comfortable here. Oh, no. Next hit will lead to stun. And that was, I love that combo. It's so sick. Yep, activation station, but knows that it's not real. It's not safe. And that'll be a round on the board for Cammy now. That stun was everything, and I think that steal with the extra little DP at the end made the difference for the meter. So
yeah,
good usage of the game plan.
Yeah, and that's the first round on the board here for Cammy, and I think it's partly the steal, it's partly the interactions of the low forward and the standing short and the way that they're generating threat against Chris in a very different spot. Great back throw from Chris.
And big counter hit as well. This is going to be huge. EX, no, not EXTB, just Fierce. Okay, whips the throw. V reversal doesn't feel like he needs the V trigger, but the challenge afterwards, challenging the run. You love to see it from Cammy, and now continuing the pressure. We're going to the corner, and we're going to keep reaching. Mix is terrifying here. How are you going to block it? Oh, no. One more touch will lead the stun, and will most definitely mean the game.
If you had fallen down with a button, you could have punished that forward roundhouse.
Wait a minute.
With the back throw reset.
Wait a minute. It's
Why
over.
Are you reaching?
Didn't even need any of the meter, and takes it to, Cammy thinking about it. He's like, man, I was so close, but so far. And that was clean. He went for the wake-up throw, and Chris went just for the classic jump medium, cross up, gets the win pretty convincingly at the end of the day. And, you know, he still had full resources there. He could have done any combo in the world.
Yeah.
And it would have worked out for him easy peasy. So
but he didn't need to because like you said, Seth, low health, low stun. It wasn't critically important. So
No.
if I'm reading this bracket correctly, Cammy would have had to beat Ajax Fidelity, and Chris T would have had to beat Jimbo Slice before they played against one another, which means Chris T qualifies for top 24 on the back of that match.
Ooh.
Squall, it looks like, is sitting back down.
Squall is sitting back down.
So I think that then means that it's going to be Squall and just Pokey.
Oh, wow. Squall and just Pokey. So we're getting back into the Squall action. Sorry if you didn't
I
hear.
will say,
Yeah.
Squall's play is pretty just Pokey, so I wonder what that's going to mean over this. I almost made Jake choke on his water with that one.
That was definitely he was displaying a seafood delicacy on stream, all right, and he definitely had a nice arrangement of sashimi because his Pokey game was too good. But playing against the Pokey Master, it's in his name. I mean, let's hope that he has what it takes to beat them all and get to the top of the bracket. Sorry, these puns are just terrible. We're going deeper.
We have to. I mean, we could go deeper or we could go back.
We can't go back.
We have to go back.
This hole was made for me, all right? And this is my hole. It was made for me. I have to keep going. There's no turning back. But as we continue to move forward into the bracket, trying to get closer, I just defeated him. He didn't think I was going to go that far.
Nope. I thought I was the one that took a bit all the way down.
Nah.
Nope.
All right, I was trained by the Bit Master. Their name is Caba. They're a national speech champion, so the bit never ends, all right? Yes, and. But we are going to move into this next match. No random stage, please. Okay, all right.
No.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We're 2 for 2 on the random stages.
It's like a 2 and 30, right? Like,
yeah. Oh, and Alex Falk. Okay, so Poke versus Poke. I see where the name comes from.
It's an appropriate name. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, this is definitely not a matchup that I have seen particularly.
No,
often.
not at all.
So my immediate thing is like Squall's utilization of that crouching strong as the fundamental thing of like, you're going to sit here, you're going to deal with the crouching strong. Once you're respecting it, that affords me the opportunity to walk you down.
Exactly.
Falk has a sort of similar approach in the way that she uses the staff. I feel like just Pokey could try to play outside of that range and do like a lot more jump back fireball or low stance fireball.
Yep.
Or could try to really contest in the ground game. And I'm very curious what just Pokey's approach is going to end up being.
And I mean, it also, we might be seeing a different type of playstyle from Alex this time because,
Also true.
yeah, like, are you going to focus on the poke game versus someone who, I would say, does the job a little bit better and safer?
Right. Are you gonna say that it's your hat, or are you gonna wear a different hat?
Yeah. I mean, the headband might need to be changed, but right now, not enough sweat to determine what it's gonna look like right now because we are playing that range game where it's the danger zone for both of them, where who's gonna flinch first. And a lot of whip punishing is in the potential. Right now we are seeing that crouching strong, like you said.
But similarly to what we saw in Squall's last matchup today, which Squall did end up winning, but the thing about Alex's whiff punishment is it doesn't always lead to the same sort of cash out as some of the other characters do. Here we do see an example of getting some of that cash out. There's the plus frames. We see just Pokey with the respect.
Oh, the air-to-air. And the DP blocked,
but
nothing.
What?
Oh, wow, that was definitely an error, but it doesn't matter. The air-to-air on the fireball. Squall was committing to that, like starting with the crouching strongs, but then committing afterwards and showing both styles of play. Like, I can keep you and win and contest at this range, but I can also rush you down. I think that error after the whip DP was probably a command grab and he just fluffed the input, but I mean, it still worked out in the end, gets the first round on the board, and didn't have to spend much cash for it either.
Yeah, seeing Squall all weekend hasn't ordinarily needed to cash out. I think the willingness for this more methodical file, we see a lot of the bar spent on the EX knee drop to bypass neutral and to get in and to force an issue.
Yeah, it's my win neutral button, and if I can get in that comfortable space and make you feel uncomfortable, what a reaction from just Pokey. But I'll do it again. Nice back dash. No, the V-shift made it so you couldn't punish.
It's a real shame. When the back dash has the blue stuff, you're feeling just as blue as your dash was.
Oh, break the neck, break the back. Go to the chiropractor, miss. Just Pokey, all right? We got acupuncture later. Hold it down. Oh, nice extension dimension. I'm seeing into the future.
Oh, whiff throw is plus.
Oh!
That ended up working out and being plus. Is that gonna kill? Yes, it is. Squall gets the round. The knee drop whiffing, but because just Pokey had committed to the air fireball, kept them in the air long enough that they got blown up for it. That is the first game for Squall, and I'm going to double check. I do believe, yes, the winner of this makes it out into top 24 in winners as well.
Wow, that's a lot to think of, especially with how Squall was able to convincingly close that out quickly. Like, Hulk had a lot of good poke opportunities, but then it just felt like Squall was playing the neutral better, playing the whip punish game better, and then capitalizing. You know, one mistake here or there doesn't matter because when
you're just whiff punishment.
Oh yeah, very good. Let's see. I need to see more usage of like the jump back fireballs and playing from further range, because right now I feel like Pokey is getting a little bit too comfortable close up, and Squall loves that range right now.
And that's the magic of once you've established the fear on that crouch strong, you open up that dash in game.
Yep.
Just Pokey is, it looks like trying to be a little bit more active, doesn't get all the hits on the DP, but that's fine. You still end up with the advantageous situation. There's the V-trigger activation from Squall. Just Pokey with the V-shift back to try to keep it into the neutral.
Uh-oh. Dash forward, like you said, and yeah, this V-trigger spices things up just a little bit for Squall. You do not want to let this Alex get in, because it's time to party, all right? Oh, double dash!
Mario Kart.
That's what I was about to say, all right? Yoshi in the front, Bowser in the back, because we're pumping with the heat and the flames. Please show me what you got. V-trigger is slowly draining down now. 2 bars to work with on the side of Squall, so he could subvert neutral with the dive. That might be what he's looking for, but he wants to save those resources to do the damage as time is running out.
Well, also, I feel like Squall has now recognized that Just Pokey in certain spots is willing to let that EXDP rip as a punish against the EX knee drop, so you got to be a little bit more dissuaded. We did get the check there, and it steals the turn to get back into the corner. We got the cash out a little bit after the V-trigger activation. 20 seconds left on the clock. Just Pokey with the life lead.
Yeah, this is rough. Squall has to grind this one out now. You cannot wait too long. Oh, the charge up. This is scary. Oh, no. Yes. Okay. Keep it safe. You have to spend all that cash. Let me see what you got. Command grab. Oh, it's actually so close now. Any touch.
This gray light is going to make the difference, but he overcommits, gets DP'd for it. I think if you had let that gray life just build a little bit more, one more like low strong into elbow, maybe you could have taken that on the timeout.
Yeah, that is definitely a game of inches, a game of seconds right there. And, I mean, it was race against the clock. Like, Squall felt the pressure and Just Pokey capitalized. So now, oh, big crush. All right, big-time crush.
Ooh, the presence of mind. I don't know if that was a drop and Squall just didn't overcommit, or if it was a deliberate bait on the DP, but it worked out wonderfully.
So
We're looking in a great spot for Squall to close out this round. Just Pokey stuck in the corner now, has trigger activation on deck, but you got a mighty tall hill to climb here.
Yeah, and I think if you're Squall, you want to save as much meter as you can here to go into the next round healthy, and you know, with a bunch of resources, because it helps you fight the Falk so much more and doesn't have to spend a single dime, a single quarter. The Uber was free. All right. I got my Uber pass. It comes to me for free, no delivery charge. Faster than anybody else. Now, full critical art available. How are you going to cash out? Are you going to use it to win neutral? I mean, I think it really comes down. He's already been winning neutral without the EX knee drops. Okay, it does it anyways. But, you know, still feels comfortable using it any other way. Wow. Goomba Stomp. I did it again.
Did it again. Wow. That's how Just Pokey's kind of feeling.
But yeah, now the life lead in Alex's favor, and Squall willing to play the lame game. And Pokey, I don't know, maybe they're not used to seeing like Alex play so patient.
Right, well, and this puts Just Pokey in a difficult spot. If one of them has to wear a hat where they need to get in a matchup where they don't want to, it's far more likely to be Alex. But this is not the way that Falk is going to want to play. You don't want to be coming back from the life deficit against a character who is beating you in the ground game.
Exactly, and it's so hard because now critical art available on both sides, but great check on the dash. Finally feeling comfortable to do so, getting the life leave, and now it's up to Squall. I mean, this is do or die right now. First time we've seen the V skill there too.
We keep fishing with that low poke, and it looks as though it's a deliberate choice maybe to try to counter poke the crouching strong, and it keeps getting airball.
Oh, that's huge. This is going to be a great conversion. You do not want to take this Oki. Another grab. You can't afford to take any more hits. Critical art is available.
Stuck in the corner. We're getting close to the timeout again. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, double dash. Activation finally from Just Pokey, so no V reversal is available, but that's not going to be enough to kill critical art activation, and it does work! No V reversal is available. You had nothing left in the tank, and 1-1 on the board. Squall versus Pokey. Well, we're feeling it. We're definitely feeling it now. That was so close. 8 seconds for 2 of the rounds.
Not something that you expect. I mean, sure, in a Falk match, like, absolutely, you could expect that we would go the distance, right? She wants to play that mid-range style game, but not what one would traditionally associate in a vacuum. If you're like, Alex, it's a grappler. You're like, why would it be like that? But it's not entirely dissimilar to something that we have seen. Sometimes grapplers do have really great folks. I think back to, like, the way Snake Eyes played Geef in Street Fighter 4.
Oh, yeah.
And how you could literally see Snake Eyes into Jaewong in a bracket, and every single round going
would go down to 4 seconds or like timeout.
Like Rufus crouching strong versus Zangief standing jab for 99 seconds of an entire grand finals.
It sure, that was a time and an experience, and that's like, when you get to this level, I mean, that's what's so weird about Street Fighter. You get to a point where, like, you know the tools that each player has, and you have to you have to grind it out.
Yeah.
It's a grind the entire time, and you know, the robbery can still happen. What a DP. Get off me. Right now, just Pokey. Saying Squall's looking a little fishy.
Squall keeps getting counter hit after that situation. I wonder what Squall is trying to do post-trigger activation.
I'm not 100% sure, but you know, it is a good question. We'd have to ask himself. Okay, uses the rest of the V-trigger to get that hit. Another throw. Back V-shift. Back to neutral, and you know, Squall is the one who has to close the gap here.
I feel like I'm seeing perhaps some signs of frustration from Squall.
A little bit, yeah. And that means just Pokey is doing their job excellently.
Absolutely.
Because Pokey's playing the poke game better than Alex, and it's like now Alex has the hardest time going in because of those disjointed normals.
Oh my God!
If frustration wasn't already present, it is now. I'll tell you that, because that DP sent the soul out of Alex. That chop, his arm's broken. Everything hurts.
If I'm Squall, that would send me into a dissociative episode. I
definitely was there. I am damaged after that. Continuing though, Squall has to try to fight it out, but just Pokey has been finding all the right answers, all the right angles, right? Ooh, okay, nice block on the elbow.
The Goomba Stomp once again staying on the same side, and I think this is huge. Note the fact that Just Pokey has turned this around and is now the aggressor in the way that screen space is being changed on the screen.
Yep.
Squall walked back into the corner. Just Pokey able to be the one who is dictating the pace of this matchup entirely. The hats have completely been swapped.
Yeah, and I love that zone that Just Pokey is standing at right there. It becomes a situation where Alex has to commit to a jump or continue to take these, like, pretty much these staff normals. It is not a fun time for Squall. Now a little bit out of the corner, but still, the spacing from Pokey is just immaculate right now. Like, the only way Squall can win right here is that you've got to get in somehow, and that is not out. Pokey has showed every single time that he will punish the dive or block the dive. You haven't hit him once with it in the last 3 rounds, and this is not looking great. The gray health is a huge factor here. The throw, now it's a one-touch situation. It is looking long for man. Lights out just about, just the touch. You can't even, no mistakes. The jump
Gets
in,
away
not
with
punished.
that jump in. Still gonna close it out. Just Pokey taking it, gonna move on to the winner side of the top 24. Squall, not out, obviously drops down into losers on the top 24 tomorrow as well, so we're still gonna see more of them tomorrow. But what an adaptation of Just Pokey over the span of that set to get used to the way Squall was structuring the ground game.
Yeah.
And to find the exact spots to pinpoint certain tendencies of Squall and completely take control of it. The fact that the DPs around the knee drops or even the rush punch, the elbow, I think at a certain point, Just Pokey kind of understood, if I see the EX flash, all I got to do is hit these buttons.
Yeah, it definitely became that answer, and like you said, the EX flash shows up. That's a pretty easy reaction to do, and you know, such great matches that we've had so far. Like we've got even more coming up, and I'm
pumped for the next match that's sitting down.
Yeah, I'm pumped for the next match that's sitting down, but we are going to be coming back shortly to get into even more action. So please stay tuned, because this bracket is going to shape even more to get to top 24. It is insane, and if you want to join in on the insanity, you got to be back here in just about 5 minutes. So we'll see you guys soon.
The most important thing for me is drama.
Hermes, Venatori, and Joe Umarogan, yeah? And
Oh, okay. Wait, what? So what are we doing? Sorry.
this is going to be
Joe versus
Hermes,
and then Sac Bradford versus Nell.
Yeah, I got this wrapped around the chair.
That's a wrap, Brad. Come on. Operation Eliminate Brad is commencing.
Chicken cheese, put it up in a tortilla. That's a wrap.
I'm too tired, man. You can. I'm a bike. I can't do it anymore. Got it.
Welcome back, CEO 2021, Street Fighter V, top 96. We are paring down to the top 24. I am Brad M. Joining me is Jake Ryan. We only got so much to talk to you guys about before this next match starts. Hermes Venatori
Oh, yeah.
and Joe Umarogan. Joe Umarogan sending Caba down to losers bracket.
And now Hermes gets to avenge the teammate or fall in the same fashion because both those games looked exactly the same, but in a similar, different fashion.
Yeah,
Akuma
super
quickly,
dominant.
yeah, 2-0 for Akuma, 2-0 for Cammy. I think that was the fastest match that we've seen in the night so far from Hermes. He definitely spent 20 seconds per round and just dismantled Nash.
Found the no clip, got through,
Yep.
hit the any percent,
It was-
submitted it to GDQ.
It was, yeah, no percent, impossible challenge, only Cammy, dive kick edition. a really a hard category to win in, but I'm excited to see it. I was like, Ryu? Word?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Bro. Give me the World Warrior. But nah, Akuma is out here, the Lion's Den, the Lion's Mane, fighting against Kitty Cat Cammy right there. I love this costume. All Cammy's costumes are good, man.
This has the potential to be such an explosive matchup, especially if Joe Umarogan brings the same aggressive tendencies that were brought against Caba. That ground game was looking immaculate there.
Oh, yeah.
But this is a different beast here in Hermes Venatori's Cammy.
I know, and that's going to be so hard. But we saw, I mean, Joe Umarogan impressed me. Like, I don't know, man. My expectations are to the moon for him, all right? We got the moon in the back, and that's where I'm seeing him going, all right? The sky's the limit, and he is the sky. Oh, and it already begins. Violence, but Cammy and Hermes, a match made in heaven.
God.
But right now, Joe Umarogan is just built different, the anti-airs and everything. But okay, finally, Hermes fighting back. But what is this guy made of right now? Wow. All right,
I
good,
think
good.
maybe wanted a DP that was a crouch strong in a context where I don't imagine that was what you wanted. But
yeah.
okay, the whip punishment with the standing forward. Joe Umarogan
he did it again!
Forward fierce. Oh no, drops the combo. The
right.
spaghetti is everywhere.
It's everywhere. We got to go to the McDonald's to get the mixed spaghetti. And I can't deal with it. Nice V reversal, get off. Gray health is such a huge factor. You can't afford to take any hits. But the activation afterwards, that's going to be huge damage. And it kills V Trigger. Uses the entire bar, the whole stick of butter. All right, that pan is ready to caramelize.
All right, the first round on the board for Hermes, but it was close, absolutely. Joe Umarogan off to another strong and aggressive start here. Already with the V-skill follow-up off the hooligan.
That was so smart. He really did it to him. That's so fast to react with, too. And Joe Umarogan, true Akuma master. Dive kick, hold those plus frames, goes for the tech. Great low forward, and he gets the extension into the demon flip. This is so much damage. The corner precision was matters. Are we going to get a shimmy? Oh, just challenges immediately. Smelt that a mile away.
All right, now this is huge. Cammy can absolutely run away with it in this context, but if you jump into the area, fireball Joe Umarogan with a round on the board. But look at that full CA on deck from Hermes Venatori. That is Cammy's favorite thing to see. Mwah, look at the damage that is available.
I mean, right there, Umarogan jumped so Akuma could fly, and that's why the round went his way. And it's still looking all Umarogan. Bandits, you might have a kryptonite, and his name is Joe. Oh, no. Okay, so right now it is definitely Joe's game to lose, but that activation is going to start. This is where Cammy really comes online, and Joe has to respect all of this. You do not want to take... Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, my God, Joe.
These whip punishes are just
Haven't
immaculate.
they nerfed that button? Does Joe know?
No, I don't think he got the memo, and that's all right.
And this slowing it down a little bit. Oh, why are you reaching the first game on the board for Joe Umarogan?
This has just been a tale of whip punishing. Joe Umarogan is just playing at such a high pace, but also just utilizing the walk speed to a level of excellence that you don't typically see. It's just ducking and weaving. Even though he doesn't have the forward-moving normals that Luke has that just came up, he's playing like he does because all these whip punishes have just led to so much capitalization. And Hermes is like, man, I bodied the other fool. What's happening?
You got to consult the notes. You're like, what happened? Don't get hit by sending medium kick.
But it just keeps happening.
It does, but Joe is, like you said, it's the walk speed. Joe is fearless in the way that he is taking the space that is ceded to him, and the utilization of the standing medium kick, quite literally as though the tool is the thing that it is in its own shadow of. Using that limb like it's of seasons old.
Exactly. You have, I mean, playing with confidence too, it's such a scary thing to see because as soon as Hermes sees that, you start second-guessing your own decisions. Every time he was standing pressing the standing fierce, he was getting blown up by the standing medium kick, which leads into a whole confirm. Even in his attempt to jump in when he didn't do the dive kick for the one time, he got buried into the V-skill into like back into the corner. Like every option that Joe Umarogan was doing was right for the opportunity. It was the costume. That was the problem. Okay.
Well, and what's wild about that is I feel like it's very often Cammy who is the one that is utilizing her ground game so well that you as the person playing opposite her feel frustrated and you start second guessing everything you're doing. But Hermes getting a taste of his own. This is some real, is this what I do to people?
Yeah, it definitely... That's the funniest thing in the world. When you hit somebody with their own medicine after they've been doing it to you forever, It's definitely a wake-up call. Oh, the biggest pop-off in the back right there. My goodness, MK11 is going crazy, but we're going crazy for Street Fighter right now. Hermes versus Joe Umarogan.
Joe is very patient defensively, which I like. It seems like only taking risks defensively when it's very much in their favor. We didn't see the commitment to the DP. Oh no, gets away with that jump out. Joe walked back into the corner so that Hermes could be in the corner.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Wowie. And now breaks out of the corner, and there we go. Took the calculator risk. Here we go with the extensions, and I'll go right back at you, okay? We're playing.
She said, where are you looking? Hit him with the nothing personal, kid. Joe in a tough
I love that
spot
patience.
Here.
Wow. He just stood there for like 4 seconds.
I don't know how much I love using the EX Demon Flip. It seemed like it was just sort of a weird call to maybe try to move forward in a way that I think you could have saved the bar. This round is looking a little bit tough, and you can try to evaluate economically. Maybe a little bit, but Joe has made it back into this range. You go, okay.
It's not over till it's over. Okay. Standing medium, standing medium. Oh, whoa, cross cut. This is still doable. This is 100% doable. Demon flip into the throw. You're kidding me, Joe Umarogan. It's just that good.
Set point looking for the Bandits team kill. Looking like the 2v2 doubles tournaments we've been running online. Joe knows how those go.
That was OD. Hey, I don't know why he did the demon flip. That's why, Brad. That's why he did the demon flip, to show that it's, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Oh, wow. What an answer to the EX spiral. You're kidding me. Joe Umarogan is stuck in the corner, though. Cammy is going to be looking for this throw pressure. Probably the shimmy. Going to force Joe Umarogan to make a decision. Has to try to walk himself out. This is rough. Has V-trigger, though, so any hit can lead into the activation
chase
station.
Down.
Yeah, he's running.
Looking for sweep activate is Joe.
Oh, wow, yes. Use that EX Spiral to get through the fireball. Another back throw. We saw this come back once, maybe twice. This is looking a little bit harder, but V-Trigger is here. And Joe's still playing confident in the neutral. That's the scariest thing. He knows he can die in one hit, but, like, Hermes has to respect it. Oh, no. It begins.
The chase down.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Hermes
what?
with the walk under. We got the big tech there, though. That's huge.
45 seconds to work with. Nice hit confirmed from the low forward. And the chase down of the V-ship. You're kidding me, Joe. One more touch will lead to stun. You're not winning this. There's no way. There is no way.
Oh!
Joe Umarogan with the parry on the fear reversal. You're gonna be kidding me.
Goes to top 24 winners after sending both of Bandits players Caba and Hermes Venatori down. Has this been the training arc of Joe Umarogan?
Samurai, you were my pinnacle of Akumas before. Joe Umarogan is my new god. I have to make a try.
What a call! Both rounds with just just the littlest bit of health. And what I wanted to call out, Hermes had made a great adaptation compared to that
Cola
first.
is congratulating you. Oh,
Yo,
man.
of course, though.
Bro.
What a performance. Hermes switching gears, started using that standing medium kick to threaten from these different ranges. That's very much a thing that you see Cammy's representing when they're losing out on the footsies and they need a quick, low committal limb that's going to make people sit down in that spot and respect them. Joe didn't even care because the amount of fear in Hermes' eye. It's as though Hermes believed that he was the one with no life.
That's the scariest thing. Like I said, during that match as it was going on, I was like, Umarogan has been playing this entire time like he's not at a deficit. He's playing not afraid. He's still moving with purpose and moving with nothing to lose. And that was what set Hermes into that downward spiral, man. All right, as soon as he got that first hit, I was like, oh no, he's in danger.
This really could be.
Is this really happening?
It could happen to anybody.
And
anybody can get it.
Yeah.
All right, our next match here, Sac Bradford versus Nellbaum. There's going to be a little bit of bias here because Nellbaum's a local homie to me. I'm up from the Boston area. Nellbaum down here also from the Boston area.
All right.
It warms my cold heart to have seen the amount of people from up in my hood that have been making it deep in these brackets today. 2 people from New England up there in top 16 for Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yep.
And now playing, it looks like, to get into top 24 on the loser side here.
Wow, loser side. So this is do or die right here. You got to make it through, or else you're going to have some issues at home. You got to make New England proud on the side of Nellbaum, but Sac Bradford has some other ideas. Another Akuma. And Nellbaum is a boxer player, correct?
Yes.
All right, so this matchup can get really spicy for boxer, but it all comes down to how the Akuma plays, because in the neutral, Akuma can just explode against Balrog, and that's the thing. And, like, he does have the reversal on way up, but if Akuma gets boxer in the corner, the options are pretty slim. You get V reversal, then you remove yourself from having that option to V trigger comeback, and it gets just a little tough. But it all comes down to who has the most knowledge and who can really break down the matchup and control the pace first. Because whoever gets the steam engine rolling in this match is, I think they're the one who runs away with it.
Well, I mean, Akuma, not the most life, boxer, an
Exactly.
absolute truck. It's hitting this man with a semi.
He hits you with a Megaton punch and you just explode. So I completely understand. But yeah, like you said, you're rooting for your boy Nell. I do not blame you if there is any bias. I will do my best as a non-partial commentator to
You're like, I have no horse in this race?
I have no horse in it. My horse actually just made it the top 24, so it's pretty good.
I'm backing that horse too. I gotta tell you,
Definitely.
that's gonna be what a story.
Joe Umarogan is my horse, man.
That's gonna be fun to watch.
I think that was one of my favorite sets of Street Fighter to commentate. Back to back, Joe Umarogan.
Oh my! Wow.
That was genuine excitement. I could not believe my man actually parried that V reversal, but I'm gonna parry on straight into this next match.
Yes,
Akuma,
parry on, my wayward son.
Parry
Nell
on, my
Bomb
wayward
and Sac
son.
Bradford.
That's right, baby. We're getting straight into it. And the baby is Street Fighter right there, Luke, the future. Because we're not playing him this weekend. We are playing Akuma and Balrog on the screen. Another Akuma, another demon to be fought. And we're hoping, well, you're hoping that the boxer can do it. Oh, Guile's theme, let it rock.
Oh, you gotta let the intros rock.
Sorry, I'm just vibing. Let it. Feel it. Get it. All right, Balrog trying his best. Nell Bomb playing it patient, and Sac Bradford. Both of them are like playing this neutral game incredibly patient.
Right, neither one of them very committing to very much. I mean, the most we've seen is a couple of these fireballs here. Nell Bomb trying to seed some space. Okay, the first big whiff punish.
Yeah, utilizing that tap and, I mean, holding it for the longest time. I mean, players like Pugera actually recently picked up Balrog, and they'll hold tap for the entire time. I want to see if Nell Bomb has that same kind of mindset. And now in the corner, Akuma does not want to be here. Shimmy, shimmy, corner turn, baby.
You see him snake the hand up underneath the leg. The next hit is going to be stunned. What's it going to be? This is the throw. Let's go, Nell.
Dang,
Closing out the first round.
It really be like that. I can't believe it. Your energy's getting up.
Yo, I got to. It's my boy. That's my man.
Yeah, that was definitely an exhibition of skill.
Okay, sweep, but not a big punish though.
Yeah, now it's up to Stack to hold this corner position and keep this real estate away from Nell. Great throw tech and huge crush counter. Oh no, the party begins.
Oh my god, damn near to the other side of the screen. But Nell has continued to be in the pace of this matchup so far, walking forward. The cross-up demon slide gets blocked, however.
Wow, this is a sequence and a half right here too. He was looking for the shimmy there in the overhead. You're dead. Oh god, first game quickly goes over to Nell Bomb. I think your boy might be onto something.
After the trigger activation, you saw that second hesitation in the first very transparent reset spot, right? Once Boxer gets that command grab, there's that expectation of like, they're going to start to fish for the, ooh, yeah, do it for the camera now. But you know that you're going to be waiting for that command grab. And the first point that had happened, there was that split second of hesitation from the both of them.
Yep.
As Nell tried to get that data point of like, are you holding north? And then brought it back around.
And he didn't. He did not jump. And that moment of hesitation worked out excellently for Nell Bomb. And it was also kind of a litmus test. Now he knows.
Exactly.
Now he has the data.
And Sac Bradford in general has been playing a fairly grounded game. The only times we've actually seen him go to the air were for these demon flip situations, which in both of those rounds ended up costing him because they all fundamentally cornered him.
Yeah, and getting cornered
there.
Oh,
the overcommitment. Wow. Overcommitment on both sides, however. Sac Bradford with the punish.
Yeah, looking good. But Nell Bomb keeping it clean even after that small overcommitment. Activation station, the V-trigger, no, the V-reversal to counter the activation of the V-trigger. I like it. And triple dash to get that space control, but it doesn't matter. Balrog steals it right back. Coast to ghost, my head! It's broken! Oh! And the command grab! This is looking stun? Long. Yeah, you're dead! Ah, set point for Nell Bomb.
He's going for the overhead off of every V-skill post V-trigger, and Sac Bradford is allowing himself to get hit by it because that additional layer to the RPS of the V-trigger command grab is giving him pause.
Yeah, it's putting him into a situation where he's thinking about too much and getting hit by layer 1, and that's so rough. What a great jab challenge, but the back row is going to get some corner position right here, even though Nell Bomb was walking down Akuma. Now it's Sac Bradford walking down Nell Bomb. Good wait.
We see
Yeah,
the
this is
patience.
danger zone. Yep.
Eats the fireball a little bit. V reversal gets blocked.
Nice walk back. You gotta be kidding me. And the back throw. Now it's corner position for Nell bomb. And you had to get that jab punish to reestablish going straight to neutral. Create a little space. Or, oh no, he's just rushing down. Stack does not care.
Yeah, Stack has started to open up this tick throw game, but Nell now letting the
Oh,
dashes
no.
go in. Okay, has the footsie game opened up the dash game here for Nell? Sac Bradford stuck in this corner here, eating this pressure.
Oh,
the
you're
whip
dead.
punish
You're
without the
actually,
activation.
no, he dropped it. And it doesn't
matter. Let's go, Nell!
That was huge. He had the hit to win the game, and then, you know what? He just wanted to give us a little bit of a heart attack. He did it for you. He did it for you, Brad. Did it for you. Did it for the stream. Did it for the community. Sac Bradford will,
That was what I
sadly-
needed to see.
I mean, hey, you know, your people gotta represent. Shout outs to New England, right?
Yes.
There we go. That's what we love to hear. That was super
I hope
good.
I hope everybody from up in New England was watching that.
He deserves the dub. He definitely made it happen. And this next match that we have, I think we have, is that Red Rooster? So PR. We got some Puerto Ricans coming to the stage. I know Mono was still in the bracket. I'm not sure exactly where he landed, but this is his. Oh, Guadi. Oh, this is Ajax.
Oh, okay, okay.
This is Ajax Fidelity. That is exactly what we like to see. So seeing how this shakes up is going to be the telltale sign as we continue to move towards the top 96. I mean, we're getting to top 24. We're running out of matches. The bracket is starting to solidify.
But what a top 96 to top 24 it's been. Like, all of these matches have been so good.
Oh, yeah.
So hype. The stories that are emerging, I'm super excited to see this play out more over the span of this weekend for the rest of it tomorrow.
Yep.
I mean, like, Joe Umarogan, man.
Joe Umarogan. I think he's my... I'm sorry, my Ken. I mean, you're my favorite Ken player, but I definitely have a new favorite Akuma player because that... When I lost it, I genuinely lost it. I love me some Street Fighter, and that was some finesse.
And so I'm double checking the bracket because I just want to make sure. But, like, yeah, so Joe Umarogan made it into top 24 in winners.
Okay.
Hermes, Venatori in top 24 in losers because
Okay.
they played in the winner's side.
Yep.
Cabba still in, has to play against Narukami for another top 24 loser spot.
I was watching Narukami play yesterday, the Ibuki player.
But so, in theory, both of those players could end up in the bracket and losers.
Oh,
so,
no.
one, that could mean the team killed. But
Yeah.
two, that could mean the run back tomorrow later on in the bracket.
Oh, that's 100% true. It's going to be, that's a match and a half. And as we saw earlier, Chris T and Punk already qualified for top 24. They have to fight each other. Oh, and then Joe Umarogan versus Just Pokey. Dude, I don't know. Just Pokey might get walked all over in that match.
We'll
I'm
have
not
to
gonna
see.
lie.
I don't know. Just Pokey got wise, had the pretty solid ground game, right? Got
That is
past
true.
Squall.
It is true. It is true. It was a mission and a half, but we saw when somebody makes all the right decisions, how are they going to lose? Because that was Joe and Umarogan. But that's not what we're focused on right now. It's going to be Ajax Fidelity on the screen, representing Puerto Rico versus Ed. Very simple inputs, but underrepresented player. We have Corey Bell on the West Coast that plays the character frequently, like very, very strong Ed player. So I've got some decent experience with this fella right here. But Birdie, look at this. Oh, man, he looks great. And then Papa Guadi, RR. I'm not 100% sure. So Fidelity versus Papa Guadi. Are you sure? Do you remember who Fidelity plays? No. Oh, no.
I'm going to assume that the names are right.
We're going to go with the names all right. Fidelity doing their best on the Birdie right here. The drip. Ooh, very good crush counter from the Ed right here. And he gets the plus frames off the EX. Nice challenge out of the corner. Double head. Oh, this is looking very scary. Throw the can. Nice. Oh, and you were looking for the can, but the command grab opens you up. That is so potent. He didn't want to get tripped up, but he got slipped up. All right, don't run in the bathhouse.
I didn't even expect him to land early enough to anti-air and set up that situation for himself. The
is.
whole sequence there was good presence of mind there from Papa Guadi.
It definitely is a rough situation.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and it was Ajax on the Ed, Papa Guadi on the Birdie. All right, I'm glad we got it all switched up. Perfect. All right, and so much patience, and we're playing in this really close neutral zone as well. Ed has an interesting fireball game. He's got to punch it out, but Birdie still loves to play in this close range. Can also play in the far range with the EX Dolphin dive for the and getting the command grab with the chains.
I feel like Papa Guadi's going for jumps comparatively often, and Ajax has not really represented a consistent anti-air option here.
Yeah, and right now it looks like Papa Guadi is running with it. Maybe it's some matchup experience, but, you know, birdies do like to play differently. And birdie has been a little bit underrepresented in recent times. You know, Mena historically playing birdie, but I'm not even sure that Mena is playing birdie anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Mena's played, I know, I've seen Mena play Sakura a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, one of the best birdies in the world, not even playing the character as much anymore. You know, maybe the matchup is a little bit rusty and has times to change. It's been 2 years!
The whiff punishment, Fidelity having to use the V-shift back to get back to neutral, but at something of a life deficit here. Papa Guadi really just in control of this ground game. Okay, gets snatched, though. Anybody can get snatched.
It's true. See how this shakes up. Continuing to play in this neutral game. A life lead on the side of Ajax here. Needs to make something happen. The EX gets blocked, but he is plus, so it's a safe situation. Playing in this very close neutral. What an anti-air with the kick and the extension dimension. Cycle power. Okay, good trade. Trying to keep himself out of the corner. Does not want to deal with that inevitability as birdie. And already got punished by jumping in too with the kicks, so you have to think about your approach easily. Great V-trigger activation.
Oh, the anti-air gets snuffed out. Fidelity in the driver's seat here. Are we going to be able to close out the round? No, we are not, but it's a one-touch
Wow,
situation.
the armor. He's only got a little bit of gray health.
Just barely lives.
And the V-shift gives him away from the command grab. Such a good decision. Ajax getting a round on the board. The patience from both sides here. Nobody really committing to anybody. So we're just walking back and forth.
A block sweep, but not at a range to do a whole lot about it. Apparently, from
Dolphin
Fidelity. There's that EX
baby.
Dolphin.
Yeah, a little bit too close for the reaction, but the DP comes right out. Not afraid. And the wake-up tech on the throw. Good stuff from them both. Papa Guadi not going to just take the throw, but now that's information for Fidelity for the next couple of interactions. And this is just a slow and steady game. Oh, no.
Gets away with the jump in. Fidelity going to cash out some big damage here. What's the situation after the fact? Went for dash back as a shimmy attempt. Lands in the front. Has to eat that armor.
Finally gets the anti-air. V-shift out just to make sure he's safe. Reset to that neutral space where he wants to be against birdie. But the activation is here. Where are we going to see the command grab now? This is the question. How plus are you going to keep yourself? How are you going to keep Ajax on his toes? And that's a start. Oh, nice backdash on the throw. And the EX does not connect, but he is plus. It's fine.
Oh my God, keeps going through it. Holding the button, cashing out at the right opportune moments. But are we going to be able to close it out? Yes, we are. Fidelity with a game on the board for themselves now. 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 right now. Very different game from Aja. Actually showed up and started applying the pressure. Wasn't able to deal with the edge. It looked like he figured out the range he needed to play against birdie there. Even though he got hit by one of the command grabs from Papa Guadi, he saw, okay, if I just confirm off these hits, he's not going to be able to kill me before I kill him. What a banana.
Right? That's some Looney Tunes stuff right there.
I love it. Cans and bananas.
All right, trying to go in behind that fireball. Max range sweep. The utilization of flicker as like a poke as well.
Yeah.
And I wonder, I'm sure partly it's the range, but I wonder the multi-hitting of it as just an additional thing to sort of generate this different type of threat against Papa Guadi, maybe dissuade from the armor in a couple of contexts.
Yeah, it definitely puts him into a situation where he can't haphazardly throw out the armor, which is scary. It's what birdie wants to do. He wants to move forward, knowing that you cannot get through his almost in such an extension with the V-trigger. He continues to go. That was one whole combo. Oh, EX, it's so many turns after one another. The guard break and another throw. Just take it again.
Are we going to see 3?
Oh, armor through. Yep. Said no more. All right. Activation to continue the combo. One more touch will lead to the end of Papa Guadi.
If we get a little bit more bar, it smells like EX Dolphin. All right, maybe not now because Fidelity's closed out that range and said we got that stand short check. Okay, Fidelity closing in that space made me change my tune.
Yeah, so now it's going to be set point for Papa Guadi here. And Papa Guadi is starting to play the whip punish game a little bit more, dealing with Ed a lot better. There it is. The EX has been used immaculately, and now this screen control is not looking great. What a V-shift out. And now you're in the corner, birdie.
Yeah, that's a great sequence of events there, and I love when Ed players utilize that tool in that way to be like, all right, cool. Even if this doesn't hit, I like that I'm going to get advantageous screen positioning here. Gets the crush counter. Now you're in the position.
What a backdash, but still punishes. But no, the block EXTB. This hurts so bad. Oh, and the slide afterwards? Oh, he's just sending it. Wow, the chase on the V-shift. This is everything.
But we got a couple of guesses here. Oh, what a shimmy. We're going to be able to stun on this?
Yeah.
Yes, we are, but with the scaling what it is, I don't know that you're going to be able to kill.
Nah, no chance. He's not dead, but he can get one reset. The throw was looking for it, and the EXTV,
oh!
What do you mean?
That's the most Ed thing I've ever seen.
That definitely was the most Ed decision in the universe. And, you know, you live and die by the reversal.
To give some props, there has been a tendency from Proper Guadi to bust out in a lot of those situations. And if the read was, I'm going to dash in, and then this is a catch-all that will do literally, like, I'm expecting him to make an active defensive decision.
Exactly.
This is my catch. I'm throwing rock and scissors.
And he definitely chose rock. He hit him with rock right back.
Right. He held down back with rock, was like, nope, I'm a boulder.
I'm a boulder. You cannot shake me. I am not paper. My will is not weak. But that was definitely a very good display of skill that we got to see. And, you know, Papa Guadi able to, you know, be the unbreakable defense. Decided to just hold it out, let Ed go wild. And when Ed went wild, you know, he paid the consequences. He paid the price. Out of the bracket. That was losers, correct?
It was,
yeah.
Yes. So, Papa Guadi moving up into top 24 in the loser side. We'll see them again tomorrow.
Yeah, such good stuff as we continue to move forward in the bracket.
And we're only, this is only, quite literally, this is only half of top 96. There is a whole 2 more hours of this. Immediately after this block, half of the Street Fighter players that are still here today have yet to play. So if you've been excited by all this action that you've been watching, please, you got to make sure that you keep it tuned here because there's going to be so much more action coming. And then, of course, there's the top 24 and the top 8 tomorrow, as well as all the other games that we're enjoying here at CEO this weekend. Marvel 3 on the main stage tomorrow.
That is going to be amazing. I'm going to lose my mind when Marvel 3 is on in that ring. It's gonna go crazy. You got Ray, Flocker, many other heavy hitters here. It is going to be, ooh, boy.
Yeah, I've not had the chance to look at how the bracket panned out.
I don't even know. I've been commentating this entire time.
All I know is that you were not supposed to lightning loop someone's grandma.
No. Did that really happen?
Wait, no, you don't know the lore?
I know that the grandmother played against, I don't know who they played against, but she got lightning looped?
Yep.
That's OD.
Oh, no, it was some real you gonna learn today energy. Someone else, I saw the grandfather play, and the guy that he played with sandbagged. It was a nice, it was a close 3-2. It was a nice set, but when the grandmother sat down to play, ooh.
She learned?
So she learned.
She learned? That's
there's the clips on Twitter of everyone booing the player that was
That's actually hilarious.
Actually, my Marvel poll was when the grandfather was playing. We're back on the plane?
Our luck is so bad. I can't believe
How?
it. Every time they've done
What
random,
are the odds?
Every time they've done random, we've gotten the banned stages.
Like,
We're cursed, bro. We're cursed.
What are the odds?
They're pretty bad. We should go to Vegas.
I mean...
Put it all on black. Everything.
I don't think... That doesn't feel particularly wise.
Our probability is on our side, okay? Double, oh, God.
Double Akuma. We got the Akuma mirror. It looked like Dark Mufasa versus Killa Cam.
That's true. I love that name, Dark Mufasa. It's such a good Akuma name. It really is. Wow. Dark Mufasa versus Killa Cam. I got to watch Killa Cam play a little bit earlier. Glad to see he's still moving on the loser side of the bracket versus Dark Mufasa. The mirror match is always exciting to watch because whoever wins, like you take their soul. Like that's what happens. If you lose,
is that unique to the Akuma mirror?
No, every mirror.
Oh,
if somebody
no.
beats you with your own character, like why are you playing that character?
You don't get to play that character anymore.
No, they took your soul.
They actually get locked on your character select screen on your home console.
It's like if you ever seen Dragon Ball, the Namekians absorb all the other ones to get stronger. If you lose in the mirror match, you get absorbed and you become a part of their arsenal. Just like this, right now, Dark Mufasa definitely, he did not hang on to the ledge in that first game.
No, he didn't.
No, he did not.
Killa Cam looking like a herd of wildebeests.
The circle of life is definitely continuing. That hot dog.
And it moves us all right into this P1 side corner. Killa Cam still in the driver's seat. This is looking real clean. View reversal on the Tord Spheres.
Yeah, I like this. Again, they're playing at ground zero right now. They are just, they are not giving each other any space. A double standing medium? Really? That's how you feel. The throw, Dark Mufasa looking for answers, not finding any.
Okay.
Nice
going
slide.
for the cross up on the EX Demon flip,
You're
but
dead.
it's only gonna matter. I was gonna say I like the call to get out of the corner, but if you die on the next interaction, it didn't
doesn't
matter where it was.
Exactly, and right now Killa with 2 quick rounds to get the first game. Looking all smiles. But wow, that was... I don't know, man. He might have to go to the laundromat after that because that was a wiggity wash. That was a wiggity wash for that first game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the ground game fundamentally went in the favor of Killa, right? Like, Dark, one could sit here and be like, oh, these are the adjustments, but I think Killa really just set the pace and executed upon it, and Dark Mufasa really didn't do anything. Oh, your first fireball gets Tatsu through. Killa feeling some kind of way, has the read. There's the jab check from Dark Mufasa, maybe some signs of life,
no.
but the walk underneath the fireball.
Yeah.
Killa doesn't care what corner you're going to. He just knows you're going.
Yeah, the confidence in the movement here is, I think, the tell of the tape, right? Because right there, it was just an overcommitment from Dark Mufasa to do the air fireball, and Killa like, sure, I'll just walk under you. Doesn't matter. Tatsu saw the fireball start up. This is... Killa is... I mean, in the Akuma mirror, if you know how to play your own character, you know what beats it. And this is definitely an exhibition of that. Killa is just running through Mufasa. And again, another answer to the fireball, showing I got the Tatsu, I got the Demon Flip, and now you're in the corner. Hold these plus frames. V reversal is activated, but now it's a situation where Dark Mufasa needs the activation and great DP. This is some momentum finally needed. Okay, good. Another anti-air. Solid. And the shimmy. All right. Mufasa's coming online.
This is huge. This is the first opportunity we've seen Dark Mufasa have to be in the driver's seat.
Oh,
How's it going to continue? Turns out it is not. Killa finding some signs of life, able to get that trigger activation, and now the walk down. This is going to be the big cash out off of the low forward, and Killa closing it out. A clean sweep of 2-0.
That was the signs of life. I think they were... I think it was a placebo.
It was electrical interference on the probes.
A little bit, yeah. But that was just a excellent display of just control in neutral, control in the hit confirm game, control of like mastery of character. Like, if you are playing in the mirror match, you need to know exactly what Akuma wants to do and what beats what Akuma wants to do, and then like what you can do to beat like the typical options, because that's exactly what we saw on display. And right now our next display is going to be Cabba coming back up to the stage to see if he qualifies through the loser's side. And I'm curious. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
So this is going to be Cabba on the Guile versus Ibuki. Well, presumably.
Cabba played G earlier in pools today.
True. And, you know, it might be a switch to G based on the loss earlier, but the projected match that I think is going to be Guile versus Ibuki. Ibuki, you know, considered, you know, like seats here on some Japanese players' tier lists. You know, Fujimura used to be Ibuki master, no longer playing Ibuki.
I think she's another one of those characters where, like, I think the peak of Ibuki's strength was sort of, what was it, like Season 2, Season 2.5?
Yep.
And I feel like a big linchpin of that era of the game was you had Punk doing all this stuff with Karen, right? But there was a lot of, particularly in like 2.5, there was a lot of these huge swing V-trigger characters.
Oh, yeah.
And the mix that Ibuki got off of her V-triggers was insane. Combine that with the fact that the EX Kunai let her cycle these turns, not entirely dissimilar to like the way that Laura is going to use EX Thunderclap.
Exactly.
So she can structure the offense in that similar way. And then the hitbox interactions that happen with the way she leans back on the V skill gave her this really effective poke that also actively generated an engagement.
Generated more mix. So
well, generates more mix, but also if she's generating V gauge by using this tool. She had a V skill that was a fundamental like neutral part of her toolkit.
So it worked so well because it was
the
best of both worlds. It was a complete character, and now I think as well as power creep with the rest of the cast getting better, V-shift hurt her a lot.
Well, also I think there's an element to which some of her stuff had to do with like the left rights that you get off of like the utilization of the command dash, or as people have gotten more used to the game, there's other elements of her kit that even if untouched haven't aged quite as well. As people get more used to them, they start to get more comfortable.
Easier to react to, yeah. All right, so here's the true indicator if we're going to Vegas after this or not. They have picked random stage again. If it happens, we gotta go. Thank you for the stream, but we will find out because this. This is gonna be all right. Please, not airplane, not water.
I think I saw. Didn't it show what the stage was on the bottom?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see it.
It didn't look like the airplane or the water. So I think we're okay. But I'm sorry. I think you're only going home with the money.
All
in
right,
your
good.
pockets.
We're good. We are staying. Bandits Caba versus Narukami. We're going to see if Guile is able to lame it out or if we're going to see Shinings of Season 2 of Buki. And this is exactly how I thought this matchup was going to go.
Something we didn't get to see Cabba do when he played against Joe Umarogan.
Was play lame.
Exactly. So I wonder how much maybe Narukami is going to try to find in that space of like, all right, I need to live in that space, get into that range too. We are seeing a little bit more hesitation around there. Now, obviously, an element of that is Buki isn't the same toolkit, right, on the ground. Oh. Not finishing the target combo, instead going into that V-shift.
Yeah,
or,
this is
skill.
Yeah. And again, even though Narukami was able to get the V-trigger activation and apply some pressure, look at the life discrepancy. Caba has to make no risk, and that will get the job done for the first round. Caba looking strong.
I wish that we could see, there's a couple of these errant pokes from Narukami that are landing, but we're not seeing confirmed into like, even just like EX Kunai to try to get a better situation and then cycle back into mix. So we're leaving damage on the table. We're leaving your own ability to generate mix on the table. There's the V-skill into the activation once again.
All right, let me see this. Ah, no. You don't get to play. I like that. EX flash kick. Landing on the fireball now, still dealing with this fireball pressure. I think Caba sneak, like looking for the jump, waiting to punish. And you know, Narukami knows that, has to stay glued to the ground. There it is. Goes to the V reversal immediately. Nice dash up throw. This is where the party can start. Another activation, mixed central, left, right. Oh no, it just whiffs.
That's a shame. Smart delay rise from Caba to ensure that it doesn't turn into a mix-up after the fact. And with all this gray life, Narukami dies on any hit, and you are stuck in the corner, so you just get walked down on. The fear of getting poked opens up the throw game, and the first game goes to Caba.
Yeah, that was pretty convincing, and it was definitely the awareness. And like you said, it comes down to, yes, we've been playing against Ibuki for years. We know how to deal with these resources now. That delay tech was everything, because only the first part of the V-trigger hit gave a little bit of damage, but then you got nothing afterwards, and you're still at this huge life deficit. Like, what are you going to do, Narukami? At that point, you just use your #1 tool, and you're out of kunai. It's like you're done. Like, your big shuriken didn't do anything.
Right, that's when you needed it to be like a Naruto shadow clone and do some other stuff after the fact.
It comes back, and it's like, it turns into a friggin' Dulcim normal. It just ugh.
Then we have the black and white recollection as we explain to everybody how it happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Early Naruto was something else. Staying on the Ibuki, just taking that moment to go back to character select. I tend to agree with that. You know, taking that extra bit, especially after a difficult loss, you know, making sure that you recenter yourself and you know, it's living in that funk that one can end up in as a result of that. It's just it's not the best look for oneself.
Yeah.
Oh no, my God!
I'm leaving. I am going to leave. This is ridiculous. We are 4 for 5.
This is kind of nutty.
We can't even make this up. This is definitely.
Hey, who won Street Fighter 5 at CEO this weekend? Random select.
Random select won Street Fighter 5. That's right. Go to the grid, please.
It had a round robin. It went 4-5.
It went 4-5. It sure did. It sure did go 4-5. That is wild. I can't believe it.
My face when random select has a better matchup spread than me across every tournament I played this weekend.
That's rough. Okay, we're going to Suzaku Castle. All right, we're good. I can't believe we got that stage again. This is ridiculous. I want to recount. But we are going to recount on the rest of our matches for the day pretty soon as we get into even more. But now we have to focus on Caba versus Narukami in the second game, seeing if Caba is going to get a 2-0 and move on to the top 24, if Narukami is going to be able to figure it out. Great kunai on the jump in.
Already seeing some slightly different tools represented here by Narukami, trying to slide under the fireball, use the air kunai. But the thing is, you can tell there's a specific spot on the screen where he needs to do it. The block, punish on the EX flash kick. Stun pretty high, gets the plus frames, but Caba spinning the V reversal. Stun is now gone.
Yeah, I think that V reversal was super huge. Getting rid of the stun is critical here, because if he gets stunned by Ibuki in the corner, he's most definitely going to be dead, especially at this health. So, making sure. But the activation station. All right, going to go for, ooh, that was clean. Good block.
Same side, but gets blocked. That's the thing, right? Like that left-right thing, people have seen it for long enough. You get a little bit better at maybe operating in that vacuum.
Yeah.
V reversal after the V skill there. Caba just wants to force the screen out a little bit more and absolutely does not want to give Narukami the opportunity to utilize these plus frames.
Oh, look at the gray health differential there. Now has the life lead. Narukami is the one who has to make a choice. Pixel in a dream. He's going to be looking for the jump in right here after throwing the Sonic Booms just to get an air-to-air, and there it was!
No. I think that was supposed to be an air EX kunai, perhaps.
Messed up.
And you know we were going to be watching for V-skill or low forward into activate. That could well have been the round, but instead we are on set point for Caba, looking to make it up into the top 24 on the loser side. Overcommits to the DP.
No. Yeah, good chase down, goes for the pressure. A little bit of more gray health to deal with. There's the EX kunai that was most likely meant for the last interaction, but not looking good for Narukami. Another throw break, but the check on the walk forward, the upside down kick, try to do it twice just to feel nice.
But once again, we got that counter hit crouch strong, no follow-up after the fact. Narukami leaving a little bit to be desired on the table. All right, works out in the frame trap here. Now you're in the driver's seat. What's going to happen?
Party begins. We got the activation. Now you have to deal with this. Takes the hit in the air. I mean, that's better than taking the mix-up.
Right, and Narukami clearly wasn't ready for any sort of juggle after the fact.
Okay.
And this is Caba's. Look at all of these individual hits. Look at that
CA
CA on the deck.
Yeah, he has no V reversal. If he gets any hit, he goes into critical art here. And he just goes for the instant overhead. It didn't matter. Such a good decision from Caba.
Does this count as shooter on the roof with the scope?
I think so.
I think it counts.
I think it counts. I think it counts. What a great match that we had. We get to see the Bandits, both of them move up to the top 24. Fantastic stuff. Narukami did their best, but fell just a little bit short. And, you know, just a great set of matches so far. As we said, we have 2 more hours of matches coming up after this. I know Brad is going to be staying, so you're going to be hanging tight with him. And we've had, like, that's only half.
Right.
That's only half of the action that we've been dealing with so far. And it's just so much great Street Fighter that we've had. And, I mean, yeah, it's going to be great. And if you want to get in on this action and the greatness, you need to get into the Panda controller right here. Custom head triggers, easy to remove buttons, customizable across the board. They've already raised over $1 million, and they've got
it's over $1 million now?
over $1 million this morning, and they have even more incentives to go for. And if you need incentives to get better at fighting games, you need to get your hands on this controller because it has got GameCube mods, PC mods, firmware, drivers, everything customizable every day. You can get 365 customizations for each and every day. And if you want to customize your gameplay, you need to take it to the next level and take control with the hitbox, because we know that this machine is insane. I picked it up 3 weeks ago. I got 25th in my tournament. That's pretty good. Go to hitboxarcade.com/CEO and you can become part of the magic. Get into that magic of the Festival of Fights, because $7,000 sounds pretty nice, especially with the luck that we've been having with random select. You could get random selected into these games and potentially get a piece of that pot. And if you want to get a piece of the pot, you're going to need the right controller for the job. You got to get the Power A controllers. They got the Switch, Xbox, mobile, cloud gaming controllers. I got the boxes right here on camera. Look at this guy. Fantastic stuff right here. Sleek design. It's got this little handhold thing on top as well to hold your phone. And you know what? You got to hold the phone and make sure you go to your locals, because at local hosts, you got them all across the world. Austin, Bakersfield, Denver, Fullerton, North Brunswick, Oceanside, Philly, and St. Louis. 4 different games: Tekken, Dragon Ball, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear. Everything you've seen here is available on Wednesdays. I got WNF at home, and that's totally okay. And if you want something that you can cherish at home, you got to get these Tenno Media stickers. Look at all the memes that you've seen on Twitch. You got Tiuna, you got Sajam, you got Majin O, and Tasty Steve. Everything you need to succeed. And if you want to succeed even more and get some money for these stickers, you got to learn the stock market. You got to get those green arrows upwards. Please go to otcmethod.com, one-on-one mentorship, so you can get to the tippy top. You want to go to the moon, because once you get to the moon, you can buy whatever you want from the CEO merch store. Support your Bailey, support CEO 2021. You got to make sure you hit that hashtag after you show us everything that you buy. It is available now. Hit that QR code. Support Jabailey. I'm going to support him by getting Jabailey's car wreck at the bar. It's going to be fantastic. And you can see me in the merch right now. Boom! Bought this. 50 bones to support Jabailey. Thank you guys for watching. Brad was not ready.
No, those were some crispy links.
Brad was not ready, all right? I played Evil Ryu. I know all about them one-frame links. I'm a plink master. I eat glue for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
There's nothing
else to do. That's why I
else
had all
to do.
pieces together.
There is nothing either one of us is going to say that's going to stop that game-winning combo, the type of stuff we saw from the likes of those who've made it through this bracket. But I think there's nothing else to do except to cut to break for y'all as we get ready for this next block of pools. Thanks, everybody that's been following us all day. We got a little bit more Street Fighter for you today. We're super excited to bring it to you, so don't go too far. Yo, we're down in Florida. I gotta tell you right now, it feels kind of like home. We are coming at you with the last of the top 96 blocks. I'm here with Monkey Business. I'm so glad that we got to do a block here together.
Can you believe it? We traveled all the way down to Florida to replicate the commentary atmosphere of our very own local back in Boston.
Right?
Yeah, my most familiar over here. I can make reads on him the same way I can make reads on all those players out there behind our Wizard of Oz curtain here at CEO in the Palms Ballroom, the Wyndham Resort in Orlando, Florida. You're all familiar with that by now. You've probably been hearing that all weekend. You wish you were here, or you're here right now. Actually, probably, if you're watching the stream while you're here right now, what are you doing in the hotel room? Come out to the stage, come out to the ballroom.
I want to hear y'all popping off in the crowd because this Street Fighter action has been really good. The first half of this top 96, crazy. Umarogan sending both of Bandits Caba and Hermes Venatori down into losers. We're going to go right into this next block, though. It's looking like we got Chris G versus Gentleman Thief on the setup.
Can you believe that? Going across, entering the United States, Canadians and Latin Americans come and compete, and Canada defending their own turf, not on their turf, though. Interesting. Well, we missed a little bit of the action there, but Narukami, the name of many a... oh, no, we're changing Gentleman Thief. Yeah. All good.
So
well, Christian with the Akira, by the way.
What I'm loving, one, Gentleman Thief on the dapper Ed costume, because he's a gentleman.
Yep.
But two, also a school outfit, so
Yeah,
this is kind of a rival schools throwback?
This makes sense, right? I pointed it out yesterday when I commentated some Gentleman Thief myself. He's got the fancy khakis, golf shoes, everything. Looking like he's possibly the school bully at whatever rival school Akira goes to. I'm not sure about the lore myself. But he's bullying Chris G right now. Big life lead. Chris got to find a way to activate this trigger too. Not the common trigger choice from Akira either. We won't be seeing Big Brother Daigo. Here's the activation point. A pose, a huge combo whip punish, and this is unscaled. No activation in sight. Great damage. Half the trigger gone. Could use the next half to take the rest of this 40% life away. Stun is mounting now.
Yeah, we got one more hit here for stun on the next interaction. Waited so long for the DP. That was so long. I was ready for the throw tech, but Chris was ready for the next level. That's why Chris G is Chris G.
Yeah, you know, it's that patience offensively and defensively. And defense, one of the names of the game in Street Fighter V, and Chris has equipped himself with a character with one of the strongest reversals in the game. Akira, big DP, long reach. We haven't seen him bring out once, though, because he's more of a fan of conventional blocking.
Well, and also, he's got a very grounded approach to the character. I think she's got a really interesting kit for that, like a great low forward, good walk speed, great dash in and out.
Yeah, right, the walk speed is one of the names of the game here. Combine that with a confirmable low-medium kick and incredible damage. And the character's incredibly threatening in the hands of someone like Chris G. Not on the high life right now, finally reached the corner.
Okay. Wow. The reversal working out. Chris G finds the low forward confirm and closes out the first game here against Gentleman Thief.
Yeah, EX Elbow, a great choice for the confirm as well. I'm on her safer specials. You, if you want to see her doing big damage, you see the Tatsu special, which is high as a full launcher. But situation like that, Chris only needed one big hit. The elbow rides it much more safely. Great situationally aware choice from him.
And it seems like he tends towards that over the span of the way his approach to Akira is. He seems like he's favoring that more, just confirming off the poke and make something happen. He gets the damage off of these launchers. That's the way he elects to do that. Unless we get in the corner, we are not going to see the meaty fireball setup. No, not off the quick rise. Instead, we're just seeing some conventional corner pressure here. Dash in attempt, Gentleman Thief, trying to stick out some limbs to slow down Chris G's offense.
Oh, false confirmed, 2 psycho uppers. This one goes fully punished. A high scaling stun. Chris G gonna build some meter. Building a ton, by the way. Obviously not gonna find super, but great Oki here. Wow, he spent a bar. I wonder why.
Oh, once again, not going for it. When I watched him play earlier, there was a lot of that full charge fireball for the Oki. I wonder if this is an active choice against Ed because of the tendency to DP. Great punish on the EX rush punch there, but Gentleman Thief still on the back foot here, gonna have to try to make something happen.
Yeah, looking for an early medium kick anti-air. We saw medium kick make contact earlier. Gentleman Thief had V-trigger. Surprised that we didn't see the activation. It was pretty desperate circumstances considering the life deficit. Gentleman Thief now moves forward though, still confident. Ed's had some great showing today. We saw Ajax Fidelity with the Ed earlier, doing pretty well, but he lost to a birdie player. Hopefully, for Gentleman Thief's sake, we get a nice long set out of this one, but Chris G's already trying to make the most of the quick set here.
We're seeing a similar adaptation here from Gentleman Thief that we actually saw from Ajax Fidelity there, which is utilizing Flicker Fist as a footsie tool at this different range when you're struggling in the ground game, representing that EX Psycho Upper once again to try to get out of the corner. This is probably the best life situation that Gentleman Thief has had, but so far away, there's the Psycho Ball.
V-Shift's a great choice, but Psycho Ball stays present. One hit away from a stun. Chris G fighting for his life. Defending for his life, rather, passively.
The stun might not even matter depending on the hit here, as long as it's not an errant hit like that one. No big whiff punish on the whiff stand strong, but now we're at a point where any poke will do it. This is not a bad spot for Gentleman Thief, but if you get crush counter swept like that, this is a tough, so Chris could really make this happen.
Here she comes. Can take about 2 more throws. I think that was the thought on Chris G's mind. Probably got caught walking forward, then counter hit by a little crouch light punch check. Not even the 3-frame option, but Gentleman Thief wanted the reach more than the speed.
Oh, full charge snatch. We get the up back out at the last possible second from Chris.
Yeah, this is the confirm that does so much damage. A lot less safe, of course. Wow, denied Oki. Now, one of the strong parts about Akira is after almost all of her combo enders, she stays right on you like glue. She can dash or walk up, stay plus. That's why Gentleman Thief went straight to the DP.
Well, it's interesting, right? In that first game, Chris was baiting that DP very effectively, but I don't know why he's adjusting his own game plan away from it as Gentleman Thief continues to utilize it as an option. Yeah, now in a pretty good spot here, sending out the Fireball, has advantageous screen position here relative to Chris G as well.
Refusing to be conditioned is always a valid strategy. Some people will just really hate you for it and think you're not learning, when resisting learning can itself teach people something. No chance. Gentleman Thief. Fully already forward jumping, right? Knew that that was going to work, had the optimal combo in mind, too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he was ready for that. You could see, I was afraid. When Chris popped that trigger and started making that stuff happen, Gentleman Thief surrendered a lot of space on the screen.
Yeah.
And there was a real possibility of cornering yourself and letting that get away from you. Finding the low forward, you will not get away from me, says Gentleman Thief, as he's blowing up Chris for trying to walk back.
-2, Gentleman Thief backdashes. Chris G perfectly content to just take a crouch medium punch's worth of damage. A lot of single hits coming out here. Nothing in the way of combos quite yet. Akira just shy of trigger, gonna find it after getting anti-aired. Hopefully Chris gets a nice early activation. He's trying to get 2 triggers per round. That's the point of a nice 2-bar trigger.
You can see that Chris is struggling a little bit in the ground game now. Gentleman Thief has altered the approach on the ground such that Chris is not getting away with these like dash in, dash out pressure, utilizing a lot of that standing medium punch. Instead, we see this nice low forward confirm, but overcommitment with the wake up short now from Ed.
Cross up. Now Chris contending with the corner once again. This trigger timer is running down and he hasn't even got to use it. Has a chance.
Oh, late on the check on the dash. Gentleman Thief gets counter hit for it. That's the last of the V-trigger. Gets clipped by the counter poke again, but Chris G not in a position to capitalize.
Wow.
We are going to capitalize off that, though. But if it's the EX Rush Punch, we do not get the combo after the fact, as you have continued to point out.
Yeah, just not as much damage, but like I said, he wants the safety. Makes sense. He stuck out just the toe of that low-medium kick. It functioned like a sword normal right there. I was pretty impressed with the range. Also speaks to the Ed walk speed. He was trucking forward. Oh, light punch in the flicker. One of the hardest things to buffer, you got to get pianoing that. No difficulty, though, for Gentleman Thief.
Oh, that's a huge swing, but unfortunate drop. Too far away for the low forward.
Yeah.
You still have the advantageous screen position, though. We're not going to see activate from Chris. Greedy on the forward dash.
Nothing in the way of the activation either on that low-medium kick. Chris is, like I said, greed is part of the game. No activation point there. It just kept whipping, but Gentleman Thief missed a punish opportunity. Wow, and also a punishably dropped combo. Huge corner carry here for Chris. Decent Oki, too. And by decent, I mean point blank, the best you can get.
Oh, the EX Rush Punch, so aggressive. Chris is really trying to take control of the space, but it's not quite working. We're going to see the last of the trigger cash out. Gentleman Thief weathers the storm.
Not much damage on the DP, just some chip from the trigger. I mean, Gentleman Thief can block this out. He's got his own resource to kill with, but this trigger is much less strong when the opponent's cornered. Chip is a death sentence right here. This does tons, and there's no gap. Can't even pretend. And
I mean, even if there was a gap, Chris didn't have anything on deck. Maybe you could have mashed out like
a DP,
but I don't even know. I actually do not know what would have happened in that particular context. But there was no V-system defensive mechanics on deck.
Yeah.
We are on the true final round.
Now a quick EX bar spent from Chris. kind of tying up the meter difference here. Gentleman Thief really looking to build some of his own. Maybe going to throw some Psycho Flickers. Got to be careful zoning, though. You might get EX elbowed across the screen. One of the fastest advancing save specials in this game. Got to space it. It's always -4, the other ones.
The whiff punishment. Gentleman Thief, not every whiff punish has been maximally capitalized on, but we're seeing so much of it. You can tell that he's awake.
Yeah, love the snatch, side switch combo, full charge. Gentleman Thief now has everything they need to secure this. Raw shoulder. If Chris can find a crush counter or something, he'll get a trigger, but it also might just kill.
Right, you don't really need to, I think, in this context. I think the big thing is Gentleman Thief needs to maintain the composure.
Yeah,
we need to see the gentleman in that Gentleman Thief. You don't have to rob to get this round back. Overcommitment, you lost your composure. Man fused his Arsene away.
Yeah, there is nothing gentlemanly about overextending to that extent. A low medium kick and a psycho upper from so far. You'd think when someone is, if it's making contact from that far of a range, you really assume they're walking forward and getting hit by it. But Chris has that fighting game discipline to really chicken block, walk forward, not chicken block, actually, yeah, it's, what's that term? Bulldog. Yeah. Everyone's favorite term. You got to, those little tiny micro walks in the low block, really hard to perfect. You got to be gentle on the stick if you're playing stick, and that's exactly what Chris knows how to do.
Yeah, so Gentleman Thief obviously not out. That was a winner side match here in the top 96, but Chris G moves on to winner semis, one match away from the top 24 on the winner side, waits to play the winner of Mad Titan and DDM.
Okay, cool. I'm unfamiliar with them. I might become familiar as the hours pass.
Right, we'll have to see. There is a match in this pool, though. Not pool, in this particular portion of the top 96 that I'm super excited to see. Alex Dot Dot and Dr Mandrake is a match here in the top 96. That's a messed up match.
Yeah? Well, we got Blanca and Urian, huh? Whose trigger will make a bigger difference? Honestly, I think the Blanca trigger scares me more as soon as it's activated, because brains just don't really understand what happens when Blanca activates that trigger.
No.
Cross-up ball.
Many have tried to study. We've sent probes into the vast Amazonian wilderness, trying to get back the data, but as soon as they go beyond a certain point, there's too much electrical interference.
Yeah, there's only one Blanca in there, and yet still not a single electronic device worked. It's like the Bermuda Triangle out there where Blanca lives.
It's the Bermuda Triangle, what happened to Amelia Earhart's plane, Blanca popping V-trigger.
That's what happened. You know, Shout of Earth, right? His old, it's his skill 2 and his Ultra 1 from Street Fighter 4. That could be what hit Amelia Earhart's plane and why we mourn to this day. It's a straight vertical bolt of lightning.
It may well be.
Yeah. As we speculate as to historical events that happened hundreds of years ago, we return to the present where our players have entered our stage just adjacent to the ring where they're trying to be tomorrow for top 8 action.
It is a weekend of retrospection, right? Like, I know we continue to harp on it, and maybe people are kind of tired to hear it, but like, as someone who has been watching all these matches, commentating these tournaments in this online space, it's so amazing to be back here, seeing some of these players that I only know as, you know, Discord avatars, Twitter handles,
profile pictures,
and names in a challenge bracket.
Yeah.
And here we are today. People like Joe Umarogan.
Yeah. I knew him as an online player too. A lot of Akuma clips going up on the Twitter, popular stuff.
Right, like you pick your East Coast or what have you weekly CFN tournament.
Yeah.
A name that you're liable to see. And here we are today. Now the training arc over. It's time for everyone to hit the World Tournament arc, and that's where we're at. It's looking to me like I think this is Mad Titan and DDM that we're getting now.
Okay. Wait, it looks like the shirt says DDM and has Chun on it, and Chun is on the screen.
There we go. I am a person who appreciates the personal branding.
Yeah, personal branding. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm dressed in that right now. You might see it later. I was spinning some kind of hat as the stream opened, for those of you that missed that. Maybe
All
I'll pull
you need
that
is
back.
the arcade stick that goes with it. There is someone in our local that has a hitbox that is the same pattern as Monkey Business's Fit right now.
Yes.
Round 1.
Wow.
Fight.
Yo, the Street Fighter 5 bass sound effect is actually shaking my chest. That narrator is so loud on the round 1 fight. It gets me excited.
All right. Well, we got Mad Titan here versus DDM. Nash versus Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Looking like Season 1 throwback here. Talking about retrospection.
Yeah. It's a Season 1 throwback. Entirely different costumes on an entirely different stage. Familiar, but with a new flavor.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yes. And, you know, things are staying the same in the way of crouch medium punch anti-air canceled into moonsault from Mad Titan Nash. Applying some nice chip, safe rushdown opportunities. He's basically taken a throw attempt and a low medium kick after each of those moonsaults, and so much boom chip has added up already.
Yeah, I mean, you really, DDM seems to have a whole lot of difficulty weathering this storm, finally finding that crouch strong, but really nothing coming of it. This is actually the first opportunity DDM had to be in range 0 at all. Okay, now we're back in there, and Mad Titan critically at the corner, not going to have the opportunity to walk back anymore.
Just shy of trigger as Mad Titan. V-Skill 1 makes contact, he could give himself trigger. That's the trigger you just built off the V-Reversal. Wow. Amazing scouting using the Chun walk speed to throw after the V-Reversal, regardless of if it was a punish or not.
Oh, the instant overhead. I see you, DDM. Took a little bit of time to get into that range 0 and really open up the game, but once DDM caught their prey, stayed in there and finished off the round. Big crush counter at round start, perhaps some adaptation here. Maybe Mad Titan gonna have to vary up the approach on the ground.
Chun's legs can get pretty long, but an EX projectile for an EX projectile. Completely nullified. Love that dissipation game. Yeah, it is looking pretty Season 1 out here.
I mean, Nash's game plan is still Nash's game plan, right? Like, he wants to pester you.
Yep.
He's got a far moving forward and back dash. He's got a DP there in the EX Moon Scythe that is perfectly positioned to deal with you when you're frustrated of dealing with that ground game. It's just not where it was when it all started.
Yeah, as you talk about it, he did double backdash, where I think in a Season 1 it might have been a single backdash to get where he needed. But in compensation, he gets more reward for his offensive tools now than he ever used to. Case in point, V-Skill to build some V-meter, saving meter as Mad Titan instead of killing with even a 1-bar EX combo would have killed in that situation.
Now here's the question, oh no, we don't. We hang on to the bar for a couple of reasons. One, you want to hang on to the bar to go into this next round, but two, I'm sure you saw the amount of V-gauge on display down there. It was going to be difficult for you to try to set yourself up in a situation where you're going to be able to get the chip kill. So the greed works out in Mad Titan's benefit here, and that bar available for that anti-air there critically.
Yeah, you can Kara that with Nash off of his heavy kick. It actually goes way further forward. One of the best long-reaching anti-airs in the game, particularly useful against something like a floaty Chun jump from far away as they try to space it well. Now here's that corner game that Nash is sometimes known for. He's got 3 bars to make it work. EX boom, +2 on each of them. And he's saving it all probably for something like a medium punch, medium scythe. The super, you could kill on 1 whip punish.
Ooh, wake up, stand short. We have a life lead here from Mad Titan. Now being a little bit more the aggressor. Ooh, the overhead kind of working here.
Yeah, but Chun continues walking back, taking advantage of the back walk speed. Not much in the way of the throws in those situations have landed for Mad Titan.
I wish that we would see less of these fireballs because DDM is in that position where everyone's going to be
Chip can kill now.
that.
Chip can kill now.
That's perfect, but
He's
we don't see the cash out here. You need to build a little bit more gray life or something. We're not going to need the chip at all. Overcommitment to the legs. Mad Titan is able to close out on a jab confirm on this first round. You talked about Nash's corner game that is sometimes spoken of. Yeah, he's got that pressure game. Here's the thing that is difficult for Nash, though, is how often is he walking people to the corner? I feel like what's more likely is you hope that by the time you have been walked to the corner, you have generated enough V-gauge that you either V-reversal or V-trigger, get out, and now you have the corner.
Walking is definitely the harder way to do it compared to something like Nash's combo enders, right? Think about EX Tragedy Assault. They'll gain some life, of course, but it has the longest range corner carry on a single special move in the entire game. Also, you've got combo enders like Heavy Kick Sonic Scythe. Massive advantage. He can go for meaty Sonic Boom after if he wants to stay far, or just double dash and be point blank. And I mean, those are choices that other Nash players might make more often than Mad Titan. He's definitely been backing off and rather using the corner game to make sure he has space to walk back at all times.
And that's fine, right? Like, if you want to play that game where you're just all the way at max range, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And he has the resources for that. It's an element of his kit. I think the thing is, you want to make sure that you have the life advantage when you're doing that because it is so difficult for you to try to make it there on that back foot. DDM having difficulty right now dealing with these fireballs here from Mad Titan, cycling through options, but most of them not quite working the way the DDM clearly means for them to.
Yeah, I think Chun's got to wait for some meter maybe and follow in an EX Kikoken, but building the meter can be pretty difficult. It takes a long time to charge that Kikoken compared to the motion Sonic Boom of Nash, who continues building meter relentlessly. Every Sonic Scythe, chip and meter. Every Sonic Boom, chip and meter. It's attrition.
Oh, enhance V-Gauge if Mad Titan spends a little bit of space and just uses that V-skill to absorb the Fireball. It runs the risk of, like, that resource difficulty of needing that V-Gauge. If you engage with the Fireball game to try to help to generate that space, it is giving Mad Titan that opportunity to either have the whole screen again or to start pestering you in the corner. We see that now with the V-Trigger. Is Mad Titan? No, Mad Titan just wants to back off, but seeing the amount of respect DDM is giving him, backs off and goes in now, being the pressure.
Pretty close to finding a counter hit combo on that interrupt, but DDM didn't find it. Now it can find anything though. This amount of resources, any hit goes into super or EX, that'll kill on its own. That's right. Nash still a low life character, and Chun, Kikosho into EX legs, never lacking in the damage.
Oh my god!
Whiff cancel.
It's nothing personal, kid.
Dissipate. That is the best way I've ever seen of dealing with a Fireball. And that's a quarter circle forward motion into a double quarter circle back. Actually difficult.
Yeah, but obviously, Mad Titan was ready for that.
Yeah, watching while throwing booms.
There is clearly some sort of a read at play here on the difficulty DDM is having with the Fireballs, and that throwing out a Fireball of their own is something that is happening on display here. Falling with the wrong limb and falling on the Fireball. DDM at quite a life deficit right now.
Kikosho is probably the one saving grace here for DDM. He can block his way to it, just block one boom to let trigger. There it is. Gotta find that activation point. V-Ship probably is the real Season 1 Nash backdash, by the way. The biggest buff in the character's history was the introduction of that mechanic, including getting out of unblockable situations thanks to it.
Right, that's huge. Is that gonna go through the Fireball as well? I see yours, I raise you mine.
Now we can get the command jump into a mix-up here. Let's see it. Just a regular jump. Nullified by Mad Titan not waking up, and a successful throw tech for them. We can see some kind of trigger activation. It'll force a mix-up for sure. Maybe off forward heavy punch, maybe off of medium kick scythe into EX scythe. That'll kill on its own.
Yeah, late on the whiff punish for crouching strong. You know that's gonna.
Hey, what did I say? What did I say?
Go, there we go.
I love this game. I'm playing right now. I'm losing my own voice screaming because I guess I got my ego in my commentary right now, but not as much as these players have on their stake in the match.
This is set point now for Mad Titan. How are we going to see this play out? Continuing to just be completely comfortable playing beyond mid-range. I'm sorry, I control these skies.
Oh, that's literally the fourth time that he's gone for throw after overhead. It's only worked once, but it's never been punished, right?
Right, like you can walk out, and I mean, it's not like DDM is surrendering the space, but it's just like you're losing by way of not gaining anything.
Yeah, you know what the punish could be though for DDM? A quick jump down medium kick into legs to stay safe and stay in Nash's face. Can build charge on the way down, maybe do a reversal, but that's pretty wonky and wild.
Right, Mad Titan representing that V-skill now. We've got the full V-trigger loaded, so all of the space walking back on the right hit, the corner is going to be gone. DDM very nearly at trigger themselves. Blocking a couple of these fireballs. The next blocked limb should actually be trigger for DDM as well. Okay, already in the air, that's big.
Yeah, unfortunately no juggle on the air-to-air, but Mad Titan's just about to get super on any hits. And we can see that similar kind of circumstance. If Mad Titan holds onto the meter, and if DDM spends V-Trigger, chip will become a factor, absolutely.
This is huge. Yeah, we're really approaching chip situation, and it's... What's the path to victory here for DDM? Actually, 15 seconds left on the clock. This is really gone for that long. There's the low strong activate.
Kill him, kill him. Just chip him. Oh! Can you believe a V-skill? Okay, well, the time's running out. I don't even think that Chun will have the life lead here. But maybe a no wake up into super will timer skip. No wake up super, no wake up super.
Mad Titan, don't wake up.
Why did you wake up super? I'm saying.
I wonder if he didn't double churn it. Yeah, look at the face. That was an execution mistake. I think it was supposed to be wake up super, and it just didn't come out. The instant overhead getting away with it so nearly over. I hope that Mad Titan isn't too tilted on that.
I mean, he was pretty fast on the double quarter circle back super off of boom. He just needed to do it there, and then the clock would have run out. Delay rise super was definitely the play. I've never seen a match, by the way, in Street Fighter V that necessitated the no rise into wake up super.
Right, that's a weird spot to be in, but that's where we are right now. CEO 2021, top 96 of Street Fighter, one game apiece. And Mad Titan continuing to play this slower game.
This is one of the coolest matches I've seen all day in any game.
Okay, the low strong underneath. You know what? Even if the low strong doesn't land, I like DDM finally finding the timing to just take the space in itself. The sooner that you get Mad Titan to the corner, the better you're able to execute your stuff before the V-trigger becomes a factor. And maybe you can counterplay around it. Stun going down, we see the fireball activate, gets the cross up, but no big follow-up after the fact.
Yeah, DDM scouted it out and went forward medium punch with Chun, actually created a trade situation. Here's the rush down. The no second boom is always a great mix-up. V-reversal, a great way to nullify it too. DDM making some nice choices. Can possibly find a low medium kick and EX legs to kill here. Won't need super. There it is.
Did use super, but you know what?
It's round one.
It's fine. It's fine. One, it's round one, but two, like if you found the low short, if that's the combo you're comfortable with, this is not the stage where you want to take a risk on your execution.
Yeah, maybe also forgetting that Nash is a low life character. Completely acceptable because you can build meter all round. And already getting busy with it. A Kikoken, still not going to keep up with that Nash meter build though. Oh, V-meter gained on that crush counter. Good Oki here on the heavy legs.
You know, we've not seen a whole lot of DDM able to execute on Oki like that, just by way of the fact that Mad Titan has done such a good job of ensuring that the match is playing out in the spot that Mad Titan wants. The low short check with the EX legs.
Yeah.
Now we see DDM able to do it. The shimmy works on the low forward confirm, but the wake buttons for Mad Titan slows DDM down just enough. Mad Titan fully loaded right now.
I gotta say, DDM's got a great life lead, and if these punishes were a little bit sharper, low medium kicks instead and EX legs every time, especially against that tragedy assault from earlier, this round could be even closer to over. Oh, take advantage.
Oh.
Gotta hit those EX legs, man.
Yeah, it's a real shame on that drop to confirm on it there. Okay, finds the throw tech. Now DDM has the life lead and Mad Titan probably not going to get another V-trigger. We might see the V-reversal instead.
No way. Definitely triggerless for the rest of this round. And I gotta say, maybe meter build this look. Super could this still be a comeback mechanic. Shun is right around that life range where it could kill now. Actually will kill, even off of possibly a light confirm here.
Is Mad Titan playing greedy though? Perhaps we could see something, but all this chip adding up. Mad Titan now has the life lead. 20 seconds left on the clock. Look, generated the life lead and then began backing off.
Yep.
Completely comfortable to take this meter with him.
No way,
Ooh,
that's not reaching. That's not
setup,
reaching.
but
That's
you're
not
too far
reaching.
away.
Yeah. Oh, Kiko Show. Last hit of the legs, too. Incredible set. I wish that could go 3 out of 5. I could have sat here for minutes more watching those rounds tick down to time like that. I haven't seen anything like that.
Right, and the real shame of it is I feel like Mad Titan really actually lost that on 2 execution mistakes. Losing game 2 on missing out on the super input for the timer scam at the end, and then losing out on this game 3 now by misspacing the same fireball trap we were so impressed with in game 1. A real shame, but that was a winner side match. DDM moves on to play against Chris G, and Mad Titan dropping down into the loser side, so you still got a chance.
You know, as long as there's a Nash alive somewhere in this bracket, I feel like my specific skill set, my Nash knowledge, will be able to be used and be useful, and that makes me happy. Oh, look, there's plenty to be happy about. That match you were talking about earlier with Alex ... and Dr Mandrake coming down. Some people call him Mandrake. I really like Drake myself.
I mean, okay.
I try to...
Is that a proper pronunciation?
It's what I've been hearing for the majority of the pronunciation, at least for the weekend.
Okay, then sure. But I would have assumed Mandrake. Perhaps I'm not thinking about it enough.
Yeah.
I gotta get on that next level.
You want the excuse to roll the R at least once. I know you and I got some caucasity going on.
I don't trust myself phonetically to not make that not work.
Yeah, and you know, it's a real blow up when you make the mistake, you know? No one wants that to happen while we're being watched by possibly thousands of people here at Top 96 at CEO.
And thank you all so much for watching. I know everybody's super excited to see some offline FGC action back again. You can see in the background of this shot, the main stage has been popping for bits today. The Dragon Ball FighterZ top 8 took something like 3 or 4 hours, but what a top 8 that was. We heard the MK pop off at the very end of that last block. You hear the pop-ups going right now.
Yeah, it looks like that's over in the Tekken direction, but MK had the loudest pop-off I'd seen all day.
And it just kept going.
Yeah, so you were commentating, but I'll tell you what happened. It was a very long set between Puerto Rican player, and we're in Florida, right? All of Puerto Rico comes out for CEO. I swear, I've seen I mean, the Puerto Rican flag all around the venue. You can find one anywhere.
Right.
And just, I mean, it's maybe advantageous for you to do so and just start carrying one around because they're having an amazing showing in MK. A really long comeback in a last game, last round set against what was it? Mighty Unjust. Immediately, when this dude won, he started pounding the ropes on the stage. It was so loud.
Yeah, we could see it because we were on crowd shot at the time.
Oh,
we
that's
were lucky
amazing.
enough to see it in the background.
Yeah.
What a moment to almost catch, but we're actually going to catch this next one. Alex ... and Dr Mandrake.
Yeah, I'm right. We were talking about the power of V trigger in this matchup. I feel like possibly V shift could be a good answer to Blanka V trigger too. Just getting able, if you trigger the slow motion against like a cross-up Blanka ball or something, it makes the cross-up element irrelevant. You know, you kind of have a block button for at least a few frames when you V shift.
Oh no, a little too far away. Alex ... wanted to contest and not let Dr Mandrake get these V-skill stores unchecked. But now, okay, not getting it in that moment, but Alex ... in the driver's seat now. Oh, but the counterpunch working out for Dr Mandrake. My EX is better than yours.
Now, did you hear Blanca's voice line there in beautiful English? He spoke, he said, try stopping this. And then EX shoulder from Yuri, and sure enough, stopped it like it always does. The 7-frame option. Roar, roar, the trigger's all gone, and so is the life bar. We're gonna see a kill here. No, we're not.
Oh no, I wonder if maybe Dr Mandrake had forgotten that he had the V-skill 2 stored, but no, Alex hoisted by his own petard, landing on the remaining mirror and killing himself to close out the round.
Literally killing himself. There's no analogy that fits there. He killed himself.
All right, but a big jump in here. This is the kind of thing you want to see. No, Dr Mandrake awake at the wheel, contesting this extra space with that back throw. But we're really back and forth right now.
He's awake at the wheel. You can tell the heavy kick anti-air. A lot of Urian players say that anti-airing's hard. Mandrake makes it look easy with the close choice anti-air. Just barely whipped with the crouch heavy punch, lost the meter. Yuri now has to play a little bit more safely. Once he builds that meter though, he can cancel in a EX magnetic and stay safe off everything, stay plus. Wow, full corner carry here from Blanca. How did he get out of an incredible scramble situation, and Mandrake makes the most of it. We're gonna see a standing reset here. And a meaty crouch light punch combos straight into target combo, EX shoulder. A sweet win pose for Mandrake, winning in style, going up 1 game over Alex. 2 rounds straight.
Yeah, you can see it seemed like Alex was having some difficulty trying to open up the offense a little bit. I mean, the neutral-based offense of just like the way they're interacting on the ground game is going back and forth. But one, Mandrake is just getting the better of these continuous interactions, and you can see the trigger has largely been nullified by Alex, which is what we were talking about.
Yep.
Even gutting a lot of blocked Blanca ball and then just letting it rock to try to be like, hey, I don't have to do the trigger follow-up. Maybe you should not respect it, please.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see what happens next time. We only saw a trigger activation in round 1 from Alex ... and somehow everything got blocked. I've never seen anything like it. Looks like a Crouch Fierce just got thrown there.
Oh, wow. The bravery of a low short to catch Alex walking back after a blocked tackle. Okay, does not get the Crouch Fierce after the mirror. We got one more mirror left. Going all the way back, I wonder is the idea that they want to bait the mirror. It did not work out. In fact, the attempt to bait the mirror cost Alex dearly. Any poke now will do it.
I think, does Mandrake just assume cross-up every time? And does Alex ... do cross-up every time? Because that has not worked once yet, the Blanca ball BT2 stuff.
It seems the tendency. Dr Mandrake on set point right now.
If I were a Blanca net player and I wanted to make ranked points, I would do the cross-up every time because there's not a single other character in the game that makes the player defend like that.
Oh my god, the standing roundhouse there. Alex tried to bait an anti-air option, and instead, the falling limb of the roundhouse closed it out. Dr Mandrake with a dominant corner position right now. EX up ball to get out of the corner. Alex not able to try to make something happen now, but Dr Mandrake is pristine with these counter pokes. They're all working.
Yeah, Mandrake has great matchup knowledge in this case. He knows that the Oki off Blanca Ball combo ender is mediocre. And man, Blanca Ball, Rainbow Ball, it looks like nothing. There were like 7 standing roundhouse anti-airs right there.
That seems to be the solution.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we've solved it. Take it off of unsolved mysteries. It's straight to solved mysteries.
Yeah. That's the task of a top player, right? They just illuminate the path for the rest of us who are watching. Any prospective Urians in the audience, any Urian fans, take note, please. Don't listen to anyone that says the character can't anti-air. I saw like only successful anti-airs. He didn't even need to use Coral Punch anti-air, didn't need Crouch Fierce. It was just heavy kick.
I mean, the caveat to that, though, is it may well be that if you want to anti-air like that, you need to be Dr Mandrake.
Yeah, yeah.
That's step one. Step one is you have to be that nice. You have to be good enough to get to this point in the bracket, waiting on the winner of Dr. African and shine.
You know, there's some detail, too, about that anti-air thing. Mandrake walks so much forward or back to put himself in the right spot for the anti-air. he's never hesitating, right? He's got motion in mind. A lot of people make decisions when they're standing still. It's static, right? Top players, you know where they're looking. It's the space between the characters, right? Never just watching one or the other. And always moving, trying to make sure they're at the right distance to make the measurements. Gonna see, you know, Bison, another character who needs to make precise calculations for anti-airing. Usually it's either hell attack, jump medium punch in the air for a full combo, very rewarding, or crouch fierce. I think we'll see him coming up from Shine. Ibuki, no doubt.
You think so?
Who do you
Shine
think
is
rocking?
Shine. I mean,
Is that who you think?
I saw him playing Cody earlier.
Cody, I've seen Cody too.
Shine's had the Cody for a while. Shine's been, especially online. Shine was showing love to Knife Cody.
Yeah.
Before Knife Cody was buffed and became a thing that everybody was really showing love for. Shine, one of the people that I know we had a conversation with Bunch about this even, where he was like, yo, Knife is kind of good. People are sleeping on Knife. It just makes your ground game super good.
Yeah.
And we started seeing that. A couple of the LI people were playing that as well. I think Moons was playing Knife Cody for a little while before Knife Cody was the principal thing that you see a lot of. Obviously, Pipe Cody's still super good. You can 100 to 0. Anybody can get it. But if you trust your ground game, Knife Cody's a really interesting tool to kind of lean on and try to bring out that different element of what this character has as a scrap-focused, sort of grounded brawler.
Yeah, totally. You know, we're talking about Knife versus Pipe, right? Everybody that you said was praising Knife over Pipe, or just Knife in general. They're Long Island and they're New York. Is it a cultural distinction, you think?
It may well be. I know a lot of them, I mean, they've all played for a while. They've got enough of those legacy roots. It might be a thing where your tendency to make that choice is that you have to have a certain degree of reliance on your fundamentals.
Yes.
Where a lot of people, 5 for a lot of 5 has been a game where a lot of people will sort of dilute it. We do see the Cody on the screen.
Great.
A lot of people will sort of dilute it to be like, well, once you get the trigger activation, in theory, you could turn this game into like a two-guess situation. And I think maybe for a lot of newer generation of players, particularly ones whose first exposure to Street Fighter is this title, that is something of a norm. And for a lot of this game, until we developed our footsies and learned the engine enough and started understanding the character interactions enough that you started seeing people more comfortable playing a poke-based with punish-based gameplay, people tended towards those big comeback triggers.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the more fundamental focused players who have more legacy knowledge that were able to trust in their own approach to the game and see the value in that tool because they didn't feel the need to overvalue the other tool.
You know, what I was thinking in the terms of cultural distinction was that anybody who's ever attended Chinatown Fair will love to tell you the stories they have of being threatened, possibly at knife point.
Well, you really let me go super deep with like fundamentals on there, and then you're like, no, but I have a meme.
Yeah. The meme is that the New Yorkers know about the knife. The pipe is not a real weapon out there. You don't see anyone with a pipe in their pocket, okay?
Yo, Shine rocking the B skill too. We got the back sway here. Dr. African trying to make it out of the corner, but no, I'm sorry, that command grab gets whipped.
Great Oki here on the front throw, by the way. Oh, low medium kick, completely blocked by Dr. African, and that would have stunned him. It was a very informed decision to just commit to blocking low.
Right, we got some plus frames on the EX Zonk right into the throw. Shine is establishing this throw game very early here against Dr. African.
Yeah. Establishing the threat of EX Zonk as well, but Dr. African possibly thankful that he now enters the round with a huge meter lead, but Shine built the meter on the first hit for full corner carry. Incredible. EX Ruffian does so much work for him.
Oh, the standing short check. Dr. African having a hard time even really opening up the ground game. Dictator has good buttons, but you kind of need to be the one dictating the status of the ground game in order to make that happen. Slide working. We got a bunch of dashes to get back to mid-screen, and there's the trigger activation. But the dash goes checked.
Dictator's going to dictate. Slide into a crush counter, build in the trigger he needed. And notice, of course, Dr. African hit confirm slide. He doesn't activate V-trigger unless it's on block, ever.
Oh, we got some plus frames, all right.
Yeah,
but
twice in a row.
Okay, that time we're keeping it closer. We don't believe that Shine's going to let it rock. Spends the V reversal, doesn't want to deal with the plus frames in an additional situation. Look at all this gray life on the side of Dr. African.
Yeah, he could die in one medium kick, especially if it counter hits. Now he'll die in 2 lights, 1 medium, anything. EX Zonk first hit, no doubt. If you can believe it, all it took was 1 hit. But, you know, we all love seeing those bright orange paint effects all over the screen. The Street Fighter V art style, always looking at its best with a round finish EX move. Cody's got that, what's that toothpaste It's the rainbow one.
Colgate?
Yeah. He's got the Colgate all around him on the EX. He's a proud American, red, white, and blue.
He did his patriotic duty and ran for local office.
Yeah.
Okay, medium kick ruffian, getting Dr. African straight to this corner here. And the backdash, you can see Shine is absolutely disinterested in dealing with Dr. African's buttons whatsoever. Nice backdash, we got the trigger activation on block once again.
I'm not exactly sure about some thought I just had. I don't know. It actually literally left me. I gotta confide in you, Brad.
All right, opening up the fireball game a little bit, getting away with these jumps. You talked about the difficulty that Dictator has with anti-airing, which Shine is obviously leaning into by the way of representing that as an option. V-Reversal now continues to not want to deal with any of these things. The Psycho Crusher landing at the very tip.
Wow. That gives him trigger. Excellent use of Crime Sway, right? The preferred skill, even though Bison isn't known as a projectile character, he has EX Psycho Ball, and more importantly, Shine wants to be able to put himself on trigger at a moment's notice. And V-Skill 1 wouldn't allow him to do that.
I mean, even in game 1, we saw Shine use Crime Sway to dodge around a limb, finding the jab after the Devil's Reverse there. On set point now is Shine.
Yeah, it's just a much more versatile V-Skill. And Bison's not so often jumping at you. But I do think V-Skill 1 could be good against like Devil's Reverse and stuff like that. It does it on both sides, but I guess the ground game is really what matters more for both of these players.
I mean, we've not seen a whole lot of Devil's Reverse and depending on the Cody player you talk to, a lot of them just straight up don't like V-Skill 1 anyway.
Yeah.
Even in a context like that where you have a particular use case, it's kind of like
It's
what I'm
underwhelming.
losing out on
Yeah,
is not worth it.
It's so underwhelming because he's never going to get Oki off his V-Skill 1 either. Man, Cody talks all that smack while he back rises. Sucker every time. Back rise from Shine. I think Dr. African's catching on.
Maybe, but overextended just a little bit too much. Shine has the knife for another second. Okay, the knife is gone. Throws it at the end of it. I'm done with this, says Shine. The slide connects. Shine was neutral jumping there specifically to try to play around slide activate. Dr. African just waiting a little bit to catch Shine. A little too much belief in his read.
Yeah. Not so often that people feel comfortable neutral jumping twice in a row, holding up for that long, but it might have been the look there. Yeah, see, Dr. African dashed forward off his Oki there to make sure he could catch the back rise.
Ooh. There's some plus frames. Waits. Oh, Shine manages to actually get the cross up at the very last second, finds the side switch, and now Dr. African back in the corner. I'm sorry, sir, you do not get to lead.
Wow, this chip damage is actually adding up. Advancing forward with the whiff normal. And everybody's less familiar with these knife normals than the rest of Cody's kit, so they're less likely to be effectively whip punishing.
We're generating some turns, and Dr. African doesn't want to spend the V-Reversal and the V-Shift because of the importance of the V-Trigger. Shine getting all these extra turns with the understanding of that.
I mean, Cody's particularly vulnerable to the command grab-centric V-Trigger 2 mix going on. That's why he was holding up right there in the standing reset situation. No, punish!
The Crime Sway!
Incredible, it almost killed. I think there was some other punish option, but there was no meter for Shine there to use. Oh, caught him back rising once more. Counter hit media option. Dr. African confirms, brings us to 1-1. Fighting for his life the whole time, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you said it really well. The threat of this command grab obviously on Shine's mind, and Dr. African wise to it, and is clearly continuing to structure the offense specifically to dissuade the anti-command grab options.
Yeah.
Gets us to one game apiece here.
Backdash, such a consistent defensive option. We've seen both of them get air reset by a couple of them, and they never mind. It's almost like a mutual agreement sometimes. I'll hit your backdash, and you can get away. Because there's just the chance that you might counter hit something else. That will be rich damage.
The Standing Fierce, the different footsie tools that Dr. African is able to cycle in now in this game 3, and the fact that Shine, you can see, playing a little bit less, like we saw far more Zonk Knuckle, for example, earlier, as I call it out. Oh, we got the charge Zonk Knuckle.
Yeah.
Maybe we weren't seeing it because it had to cook for a little bit longer.
Charge EX is a wall bounce too. That's a hard knockdown, but Cody doesn't want to pass up on the damage. Shine certainly doesn't. Makes sense. Too bad. Almost whiff punished. A pocket sand on Wake Up. Dr. African narrowly missed though. Now is the trigger to make such activation safer. Let's see it this time. No command grab. He's taking the damage.
Oh,
A defensive throw tech. Can you believe it? So fortuitous for Shine.
Plus frames. No, isn't ready to option select after the regular grab. Dr. African gets out of the corner. Going in behind the tornado, here is Shine. 25 seconds left on the clock. Dr. African with the slightest of life leads, but that can go away in a second.
Oh,
Oh God.
it's one normal apiece.
This is anyone's game, but Dr. African has absolutely no reason to go in, and Shine can't risk overextending because for a few more seconds, there's still a risk of another Psycho Crusher.
It's an anti-air cross-up crusher, so whether it hits you out of the air or it trip guards you on the other side, that is so dangerous. I've never actually seen that before, but I immediately understood it.
That standing fierce beginning to pay off dividends. We had to let the cultures cook for a little bit longer, but Dr. African cashing out. Shine fighting the way out of the corner right now.
Yeah, like you said, he's a bruiser and a bulldog, Cody. He can really just, the threat of his normals and the conversions he gets off of them. For example, this damage, my God, he built himself trigger on that too. Here's the activation. That's why the V-reversal comes from Dr. African.
You just do it again, but Shine had to spend an additional bar in order to regenerate that opportunity for himself. Trying to whiff punish that standing fierce, but it's not working. Dr. African willing to let it rock a couple of times, and if you weather the storm of this offense, there's the trigger activation. We've got so many resources on deck, we are going to cash out into the CA.
1025 on Cody, right? He might be alive.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
But we got another Psycho Crusher on deck, and it's gonna, I don't know where that hit, but obviously neither did Shine.
You know, that is why it didn't matter if Cody was dead or alive at the end of the Super, because Dr. African knew that the devastating post-Super mix-up that his V-Trigger 2 exclusive was available to him. A Psycho Crusher that I think actually hit in front. Shine's an informed player. He's played a lot of Bison, and I didn't see the cross-up sign on the screen.
Right.
That's tricky.
That's what I was watching for, but it really felt like a situation where it should have hit cross-up.
Yeah, no Bison player has ever hit me from the front, by the way. It's never happened.
Yeah, well, that's Dr. African moving on then, and gets to play against Dr. Mandrake for the top 24 spot. Top 24 spot in winner side specifically, I should say.
Trying to keep that bracket
still
short.
Goes out into the loser side because 3 out of his top 96s. There's Smug sitting down now, it looks like.
You know, I talked a lot of game about how we're here in Orlando at the Wyndham in the Palms Ballroom, but for right now we're in Duff City. We're all residents.
Yeah, meanwhile, sitting down opposite Smug is Blarlad.
Let's go, Blarlad. My lad of the Blar. Is Blar the noise that Abigail makes? Is it the noise in his head? He's kind of a mysterious fellow, Blarlad. He's a, quieter, reserved, kind of speaks with his play, right? I respect that dearly. West Coast Abigail. He travels all around the world. His brother Kirby, a coach, a commentator himself. But we're going to have to come back to this match in just a bit. We're going to run some ads, sweet videos to show you. Hope you love them. Enjoy yourselves. Can't wait to get to this match to you as well. Peace.
most important thing for me is drama.
There it is. I smell a comeback. I hope you're ready.
Back-ish. Can you bring us in?
I will. Oh, we got a minute. All right,
Cool, we got a minute.
Yeah.
I can drink some water.
Water.
I just realized how Boston that must sound.
Water.
Yo, drinking some water?
Water. Water. I like
no,
the New York water.
That's like Pennsylvania. Water.
Water. Yeah, yeah,
You wanna
yeah,
drink
yeah.
some water?
Dude, I've spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania recently. My girlfriend lives out there. Oh, I'm back, man. Yeah, of course.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, this is we have literally done this show for 5 hours before in Boston.
Yeah, yeah. I got a great opener lined up. I just thought of I thought of a great.
Do it.
Yeah.
Let me move the protein bar out of the shot.
Of course.
Oh God. And then food.
Yes.
I don't know what you're about to do.
Oh, I can see. I can see. Welcome back to Community Effort Orlando CEO Street Fighter V action. It's a communal commentary effort over here, isn't it, Brad? But it's a great individual effort we're about to bear witness to. Those two players have been waiting for us. We left our audience on a cliffhanger. It's Blarlad and Smug still ready, probably antsy at this point to perform for us and for themselves, of course.
That hat is gone forever, just like one of these two players. Chances in the winner's side of the bracket today.
I'm not getting the hat back.
No, it's gone. It's gone forever.
Actually, staff just came by and snagged it. It's gone.
Oh my god.
They said, get that off the floor. That's a fire hazard. And, you know, fire hazard, by the way, massive firepower from this G from Smug. I'm always interested in Smug's matchup choices. A lot of the Balrog players for a while, they were all playing G, you know, following the example of Smug.
Right.
But Smug truly plays both all the time. A little bit more ROG than G these days. You know, a lot of ROGs, they don't like the grapplers so much. Abigail, definitely a character capable of plenty of grappling. So I'm not really sure what the look is, but I'm sure we'll have some insight provided to us as the match progresses. It's starting up right now. Blarlad and Smug. A West Coast versus East Coast matchup, by the way. Blarlad traveled with his brother Kirby all the way out from California.
Yeah, I think you were talking about that before we went live. There's the opener here from Smug. We got the presidential levels. Oh, gets overhead blocked. I think Blarlad may have had to play this matchup earlier on stream today, I feel like.
Against another G player? Who could it have been? Was it Nephew? I don't know.
It wasn't Nephew. I saw Nephew. I only saw Nephew play Colleen today. Ooh, okay. Gaia impact.
Yeah, that's a kill. Yeah, and some meter build too. We didn't see any speech from Smug, but he's going to get full meter on the throw anyway. He knew that going in. Sometimes the speech, you just got to do it for style, you know? You got to let the opponent know. Sometimes talking through this mask, G has to speak extra loud, just like everybody in the crowd right now, but we can still hear him.
Yeah, but you know what? Smug isn't at home doing it for the content right now. This is for the W. You're trying to play for the W. You leave the cute stuff at home.
Yeah, right. Maybe save this content for some match analysis. I'm sure his audience will be real impressed with a stunt sequence like this, but Blarlad's audience, including me, right now, already impressed with the tire choice of V-Skill. I finally get to talk about it. In those matchups where Blarlad doesn't feel he needs help anti-airing, he'll bring out the tire. He trusts his cross-fierce reactions. He's one of the best reacting players I've ever seen, by the way.
Oh, yeah, baby. Command grab, the threat of the tire.
Oh, my God.
Sit down for long enough. The back throw there as a trip guard.
Yeah, just barely in time. Excellent V-shift from Blarlad, uncontested. He's
wow.
No, Super's coming. He's dead. Oh, my God. Power to the ass. Yeah, the crowd roars as he gets lit up.
Wow, what a great sequence. Blarlad kind of let that slip through his fingers, had a decent spot on the round there. I mean, look how little health Smug had, and just as well, Blarlad was sitting fully loaded on resources, died with his arms full of groceries. You never want that.
It happened as soon as he got cornered. The G combo damage gets even higher, and the likelihood that Smug will land such a devastating hit skyrockets.
And, I mean, what's wild is that opened up off of Smug just raw V-trigger activating the second there was a little bit of space.
Yeah.
Electing not to fish for the sort of pristine activation scenario that we see a lot of people will tunnel vision towards and then get smoked.
Why give your opponent an opportunity to read you is exactly the question that Smug would propose of me, his prospective student, right? All of us, his student right now.
Right.
Especially, I mean, back in the ROG community, him, Brian, G community at first, he was one of the first leaders with this character. And he's continuing to pave the way right now. Blarlad's in his path. And paving, often considered for trucks and cars. Abigail kind of thinks he's one himself. Hopefully he can pave the way moving forward for maybe a 1-1 here. I want to see the set go long.
You're sitting on the paved road right now. In fact, it's looking like a 2v1. We got the big Abigail back on the Christmas stage here. I love the music on this
It's the home stage. All the Christmas stages have wild music.
Oh, nice crush counter sweep there. Smug gets the presidentiality level here. Fishing with some buttons here, but Blarlad doing a good job staying just outside of the range of that standing fierce, dealing with that fireball. We're waiting for the opportunity. Okay, sweep trades. Blarlad has not really had the opportunity to do a whole lot, particularly this round, but I think in general, outside of that sequence in round 2 of the last game.
Stun mounting once again. Oh, he's out. Oh, but he got chased. I don't think that was a punish. I think Blarlad was backdashing, maybe moving in some way. It wasn't a punish on the kick for follow-up from the run, though. Smug definitely was wise to scout it out, though. I mean, even if that were blocked, he has such a life lead that it's insignificant if he gets punished, especially since...
Oh my God, far enough away that he actually checks Blarlad trying to take his turn, turning it into a spacing trap.
Incredible.
Nice performance there from Smug.
Yeah, Smug, you wouldn't expect a boxer player with Dudley and Balrog to just have this instantaneously excellent fireball game. And G has just allowed him to show it. He's so fundamentally strong. I love this juggle on the tire, but Smug hits it back. Oh, they're playing. That tire did not survive. That was gone. Great whip punish. Crouch medium punch buffer. Not something you often see from Abigail players. Brilliant, too. Smug moves forward to get in throw range.
I love that back throw there from Smug, choosing instead to be an active participant in the mix-up game that happens as a result. And look what happens now. Gets this big damage off the CA confirm in the corner, into the instant overhead. You had to know it was coming.
Activation.
We've only seen it represented a couple of times. Gets smoked, unfortunate, off that V skill there.
Tire's coming. Here comes the tire, and you can trigger plus tire is fascinating. Oh no, wow! He missed it, just like she said. And Blarlad takes the round, escaping by the skin of his teeth, one would say.
Absolutely.
Or by the rubber of his tires. I don't know. There were a lot of tires involved.
We'd have to measure the threads. That might not, depending on the treads, that might have been a lot of space, but it didn't look like a lot. I gotta say, that might not pass inspection.
Yeah, I don't think so. But, you know, Abigail is the leader of an actual gang, the Metro City gang. Their home turf well decorated. It looks like a legal enterprise, but I assure you it's not.
Oh, no overhead off that, not overhead, anti-air off that neutral jump. Another big jump in from Smug here, kind of just smothering Blarlad.
This is where Abigail struggles. No reset there. Smug keeps the combo going. I thought a reset might come. It could have killed.
Same, are we just going to see? No!
No buffer. He missed his combo. Oh, and the V-shift gets, V-skill reversal gets eaten alive.
Just goes for the cross-up.
Oh, no!
Corner position. Oh, no! Believes too much in the crouch fierce, but it does not quite work.
Let's go, Blarlad! Show me this BT1. We never see this anymore. Oh, my God. No, it's whiff. That's so unfortunate. The run follow-up is the worst possible thing to drop there. Punishably dropped. And, man, Blarlad goes down on what was looking like his comeback round to take. Back fierce would have killed, I think.
Yeah, it's a real shame. I mean, there was a whole extended couple of seconds there of just really unfortunate scrambly situation, and Smug maintained exactly enough composure to manage to close it out. Moving on in the winner's side, continuing through, going to play the winner of Mono and Troy Boy.
Interesting. Can I provide a little insight on why the run came out? So, previously we saw back fierce into run to annihilate a V reversal and go through it and get a full combo punish. I think that was Blarlad doing the same thing again to commit to gathering enough stun and damage to secure a kill. I think it would have stunned if he got another full V reversal punish, and Smug did have the bar again. But Smug stayed patient, and then actually he didn't stay patient. He got hit in such a way that Blarlad just wasn't prepared for. That's kind of the nature of V-Trigger 1 from Abigail. It is so much less stable, but possibly so much more powerful with the scrambles that it generates. Whereas Trigger 2, you get a reliable hit confirm tool and great corner carry, possibly a standing reset in the corner, but it's less flexible, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting as a player to feel confident utilizing both of those tools and make a distinction based on the character matchup or the player matchup, and be like, you know what, I'm going to be able to approach this matchup in such a way that I don't need, maybe I'm not going to be relying on these hit confirm tools in a way where the V-Trigger 2 needs to work out. Maybe I am expecting to have that big swing. There's only a couple of characters in this roster, I feel like, where both trigger choices sort of have that type of a risk-reward evaluation between going with one and going with the other. There's a lot of the cast where it's a pretty transparent choice A versus choice B. I think it's really interesting, the characters, though, that do have the ability to change those up. Boxer's another character that I think of a lot, where I feel like you can make Trigger 1 or Trigger 2, as well as Skill 1 and Skill 2, both work. I know Skill 2 has had some flare-ups in popularity. I feel like we tend to prefer Skill 1 overwhelmingly in a lot of matchups, but personally, I'm still a fan of that Skill 2, Trigger 1 loadout on Boxer.
Skill 2 makes him ST Balrog with the pushback on the dash punch and the safety. And obviously, you see it in grappler matchups. You see it against Geef to annihilate Flex. Often that matchup gets pretty interesting when a Geef assumes that a Rog will pick V skill 2 to annihilate Flex, get the 2 layers on the dash punch, and then they go with their V skill 2, an entirely different tool. His longest range normal really is the Geef V skill 2. And then you can actually, we don't see it very often in this game, but people can start making reads on the first V skill and V trigger choice, or kind of just react to what they choose in the menu, you know. One day maybe we'll see a couple more hidden picks and what's it called, blind picks? Blind
Maybe.
Picks. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've seen those a little bit in some of the online space because there's so many players that have developed characters, multiple characters, to a super high degree of tournament capability. Okay, so we got some character specialists on the screen right now. Fang versus Oro. I know you're excited about the Fang because you did the character intro with him.
Dude, I love Fawn. In fact, I love him so much, I call him Fawn instead of Fang. I give him the canon pronunciation.
There we go. I'm too casual for Fang.
Yeah, right. But you're saying it now. I can hear it sticking. Anyway, Fang's a pretty cool character. I like the way that he does very low damage, but consistently does it to the extent that it hurts more in real life to be getting hit by him than the damage your character takes.
He's almost like the poison is less of an impact mechanically in the game, but the way that he pesters you in real life is absolutely super difficult. Troy Boy here on the Oro.
Yeah, by the way, have you been studying the Oro? I've been studying a little bit. I've been watching some Brian F, some Broski. I've been impressed with the Tengu stone on this character. It reminds me of V-Trigger 1 Minot right when she came out.
Yeah.
That was immediately character defining. Incredible mix-up and more importantly combo confirms on Tengu stone, which is available now. We got to see it pretty soon because Mono's running away with it.
Yeah, I imagine we want to do this in a confirm. Oh, finds the confirm, but goes for the TP, gets the knockdown. There's the EX Fireball. We want to cash out in the right opportunity.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a punishable special. I'm wondering why Troy Boy committed to that. That was a full block string the whole time.
I wonder, off of that confirm, I wonder whether Mono could have spent another bar.
Oh, he blocked the overhead.
Overhead gets blocked. There's the Tengu Stone on block. Now we have Troy Boy the opportunity to try to make this happen, but you only get one mistake here.
Literally at this amount of meter. Oh, I was just gonna say they could have built super. Can we see a full combo? No, a big drop. He needed EXDP into more ball.
But it's the scramble at the corner there ends up working out in Troy Boy's favor, finding the low forward, just barely falling out of Mono's hands. Troy Boy was at quite literally 1 HP for so long.
Yeah, that was a real master comeback, and you got to expect that of Oro. He's been waiting so long to be in this game. He's in all those story modes and everything. Even in the scramble situation, still didn't drop the turtle. Man's a master.
Plus, okay, counter jabbing there is Troy Boy. Literally a third, nearly half of Troy Boy's life, largely taking away with poison.
Yeah, it's actually poison. That character's been purple the whole time. I was thinking, wait, did he pick a purple color?
No, he's just, he ate the wrong meal.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is nasty.
All right, there's the Tengu Stone activation. Nice backdash, and now the party is starting. We get the throw to start it out.
Even Oro can get unlucky at Wawa sometimes.
We're trying to navigate through, but okay.
The years just ain't been easy on his stomach. You can see he's still purple. Not anymore.
The trigger is gone.
Oh, wow. Floated just in time to get over the Rio Bender trap. That was incredible.
I was worried about something of an anti-air. The coward crouch comes out and a low forward. Once again, same position, same limb.
Yep.
Not quite the same situation. Obviously, with the roles being reversed, 1 round apiece.
We were talking about Fawn as a pestering character. Low light kick is the name of the game. That's one of the best closers in the whole game. He can do that all day, practically with impunity. The longest legs I've ever seen, and this is Robot Fang, so you know they're made of steel. They hit a little harder, a little bit of bonus damage.
Troy Boy really trying to weather the storm and get in. Now Fang gets into that range 0. We're going to see that irritating offense that Fang could be known for.
Man, these two characters have the weirdest voices I've ever heard in my life. It's incredible, really. I've never seen, no one's seen this matchup before, right?
I mean, maybe somebody has.
Yeah, somebody out there.
I feel pretty confident that I have not seen this matchup before.
Yeah.
Troy Boy on the back foot here, trying to play something of a fireball game to try to earn their way in. But every time they're getting in, Mono is finding the right hit. Oh my god!
Troy Boy was just trying to retreat, but Mono was he was either planning a chase down or also retreating at the same direction.
In front of him.
Yeah. Interesting combination of floaty jump arcs there too. You know, Fawn, when he air airs, he's got jump medium punch now to start juggles. He can do a fly cancel off of it and get a good combo. But in such a weird situation, he didn't even jump medium punch. He did like a jump kick or something.
Yeah, my assumption is I don't even know that he was facing the right way. The hitbox interaction with the jumping medium punch may not have worked. Instead, elected for like a cross up.
Makes sense. Fawn jump heavy kick hits backwards, so that could have been the call. It's also the only jump normal in the game to do that. Literally backwards, not a cross up, just backwards.
Really feels like Troy Boy is struggling to navigate this mid-range pressure that Mono has been representing. The poison traps, the amount of success that we've been seeing, not what I usually associate. All right, Troy Boy in now. There's the EX Fireball trying to dash in, but Mono completely comfortable disengaging.
Yeah. And you know, Troy Boy's actually, he's had some defensive fortitude. Oro's kind of built for it. He's got a 3-frame light punch. He's been checking out of all of Fawn's heavy kicks. +1 means nothing to Oro. Unfortunately, it means a lot less for Mono in this particular matchup.
Oh, that's a big crush counter, cashing out for some damage. The stand jab check. The poison is still ticking. It almost, like, it should matter that these combos are dropping, but with the poison uptime, Mono is getting so much. I'm sorry, you thought it was your turn. I don't care about your Tengu Stone. Go back to third strike. The story ain't ready for you.
I both love and impressed with Mono's choice there. You said you think it's your turn. Troy Boy was sitting there testing the range of his combo, right? That's not something you should be doing. Mono actually seemed more familiar with the conversion that Troy Boy was going to go for than Troy Boy was. He whiff punished the combo attempt.
To Troy Boy's credit, defensively has been doing a pretty good job of dealing with the strange left-right mix-ups that Fang is known for. It's just the poison uptime has been ticking away for so long. A lot of these errant pokes are blowing up Troy Boy. You can see it's the neutral, fundamentally, that is giving Troy Boy pause.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so constantly, Gray Life and Poison being applied at the same time. Overhead's been wildly successful for Troy Boy, though. And it's actually off of V-Skill that he does these overheads. So be on the lookout, he can give himself trigger. He's got it now. We need a Tengu Stone for Troy Boy to have a chance to survive here. Uncontested is Mono. That overhead's not getting blocked. Second time is the charm. And that makes sense for a character like Fang, who embodies the number 2 in every respect, including on tier lists, where a lot of people like to make dookie jokes about him.
Well, we're going to have to see how it pans out. Troy Boy, with that dub, moves on to play Smug to determine who comes out of the bracket into top 24 in winners.
How about I hit Mono with a dookie joke right after he performs amazingly and wins with his character, huh? No respect.
None whatsoever, but we can show some respect to Nephew coming up to the stage to sit down for the next match, playing against Nigel EX.
Nigel, huh? Now, Nigel actually, we knew him as a Balrog player based in Texas, but I commentated some of him yesterday, and he was actually playing someone entirely different.
Okay.
I think it was Bison. I think he was playing Bison.
The only match of Nephews I've gotten to see this weekend was additionally against the Boxer.
Oh, yeah?
It did not go super well. That's a matchup that I wonder how Boxer players feel about it, because I feel like every time I see a Colleen into a Boxer, the Colleen gets the better of it.
Yeah. Well, every time I see a Colleen gets the better of anyone. Literally, I've never seen... I mean, I'm sure Nephew's lost some tournaments, but it seems to be that when I glance over at the stream setup and a Colleen's on, V-Trigger 2's activated and 400 damage is being done off a light confirm.
Well, sure.
I might be exaggerating a little bit.
No, I mean, only a little bit, though.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got great counter pokes in general, right? Like, that standing short is really good.
Yeah.
The low forward, Nephew uses the low forward very effectively. I mean, it's not a hit confirmable low forward. It's not a bufferable low forward or anything, but it's great. The range of it, like, you look at that tool, and the purpose of that tool is it's your don't walk back button.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's your low threat to be like, this is where you stand now.
Yep. So once you're standing there or crouching there, she's applying Gray Life with normals like Heavy Kick. Excellent heavy normal to apply Gray Life
with punishes, with Stand Fierce.
With Stand Fierce. Or just Stand Fierce also to apply Gray Life. Done at such a range, especially with V-Trigger 2 when its range gets longer. Done at such a range where not canceling it is still safe. And on hit, you're canceling it and killing them. You're making it hurt so bad. But I think the Bison pick from Nigel is pretty interesting. Dr. African also based out of Texas. Maybe some kind of studentship going on there.
Perhaps. I feel like my gut call would be that, so with Dictator, like if they went Dictator, right? Like your approach to structuring your offense is obviously different than Boxer.
Yeah.
But if Nephew starts to feel like they get a read on the tendency of the structure of the offense, maybe a tendency towards overutilization of chaining Psycho Axis or something like that, Colleen has a bunch of tools that can really shut that down. And they don't even need to be some of her more committal tools. It's just like even a stand short check into stuff like you called out. Stand short in the right situations can lead to so much damage, an advantageous knockdown situation.
Yeah.
Now you're dealing with Oki.
It's a check too. Anybody moving forward that happens to just walk into it, dash into it, or even get counter hit because it's a 4-frame fast option, they really do explode. But, you know, you can, Bison works pretty well with the priority system. If we're seeing light kicks and Bison's pressing fierces, Psycho Axes.
It depends on the timing, it depends on the spacing, obviously. It's a big read, right? Like, that's the thing. You have to make the call on how much you think your opponent is respecting. How much do you think your opponent believes that you are respecting them?
Yes.
When you're dealing with like block Psycho Axe and then you're hitting buttons, your expectation is that they think that you're giving them far too much respect.
And you know, Dr. African is no stranger to using the 2 Psycho Axes in a row. I wonder if Nigel will employ a similar strategy. it does help you get into throw range. Bison's big throw range. Crush counter as well available for Nephew. Has EX meter, using on a setup. Reach and teach, that's the classic.
Alright, this is a comfortable spot, but the crouching jab counter hit confirmed. There's the trigger activation from Nigel. Plants the bomb.
I love me my wake up 4 frames because they want the big reward, you know? Nephew actually swinging on plus frame Psycho Crusher.
The V-shift actually gets quite literally blown up by the bomb, but Nephew gets away. The stun is now gone. The fireball does not keep Nigel safe. A little bit too far away. The Stand Fierce does not trade in the way that Nigel would have wanted for it to.
I actually think it was pretty advantageous for Nigel though because it had so much block stun that Nephew got pushed out and couldn't pursue any more pressure.
So you see it, like Nigel was hitting those jab checks and really wanted to hit, like continue to walk forward. It believed that it was that spot where it's like, all right, I'm gonna play that frame trap game, let that wide gap, but Nephew was gonna hit that 3-frame low jab. You're in that V trigger too. It's what Colleen is meant for. No, you do not get to swing there. The hail is covering me, my guy.
Over on the right side of the stage, it's looking cold and dark. I think that's where Colleen wants to be with that ice, and she's trying to push Bison over in that direction. Nigel takes a throw. Nephew does too.
Oh God. So I was like, all right, are we gonna see that low forward that I was talking about? No, but slight walk forward into the crouching strong. Nigel gets the stun off the back throw. Nephew taking the first game.
Yeah. You said Nigel gets the stun. I mean, we can kind of...
He did, it was handed to him.
Yeah, it was handed to him. He received it. I was going to agree with you, concur utterly in that way. Yeah. It was not a correction, I promise you. We can OS our language all day, by the way.
We absolutely can.
Yeah.
Nephew up 1 game here in this top 96. The crouching jab keeps finding these counter hits. Nigel having a lot of difficulty checking the dash, and Nephew keeps getting these, maybe some lack of matchup familiarity too. That is the second time we have seen an attempt to poke through the hailstorm, and there's your stun in the corner. Nephew gonna optimize this damage.
As much as you can with no bar with Colleen. It's kind of pathetic when she doesn't have bar, actually. And she's going into this round with no bar, happily spending it on what is either a combo or a pending frame trap. The same kind of setup, by the way, which created a trade situation that got Nigel stunned in the first place. Wow, that's practically nostalgic now. We've seen so many fierce stand heavy punch crush counters to open the round. And a whip punish this time. Crouch medium punch is exploding. Stun.
That is stun. I imagine Nephew's just gonna do the combo once again.
What?
Oh! The reset!
Oh my
what
God.
A galaxy brain read! I'm sitting here thinking about what is the reset that you go for in this situation. You have no bar, you can't really go for a setup. To look down at CA and think that Nigel is gonna turn it out, there's the trigger activation, but this is such a tall hill to climb, and climb it you will not. The standing jab whiffs, blown up by the standing roundhouse. Nephew with a clean 2-0.
Maybe that is the sitting next to your opponent exclusive strategy.
Maybe he's not. Nephew is not wearing headphones.
He's not wearing headphones.
This is something, you know what you can't do online? Hear the player next to you churning that butter.
Churning super for possibly a long duration in that combo. Bison's floating up there too. A lot of Bison players sometimes get away with doing super because he recovers in an airborne state for a while and opponents drop the punish, but Nephew's well informed, right? He waited, he got the grounded punish and exhausted so much of Nigel's life bar practically as a bonus gift, the cherry on top. Oh, Magnegro sitting down.
Yeah, it's going to be Magnegro versus Dodger. The winner of this moves on to play Nephew to determine who makes it into the winner's side tomorrow.
Okay, cool. And that would be winner's side top 24?
Yes.
Excellent. I'll be there.
Yeah, you will. It's you and Jake Ryan on that tomorrow.
I'll have some time to rest my voice. Hey, I wonder what time that'll be. Some prime time. What is it, 2 p.m., I think? I'm sure I've been informed before.
I can double check while we wait and thank all of you who have been hanging out so far with us today here on Street Fighter. I know there's been tons of action going on all weekend. For everybody that stayed tuned here to Polarity GG, as we've been showing you the Street Fighter this entire weekend, we thank you. We deeply appreciate you guys who have continued to show love for this title, both online and off, now that we are back to offline.
I bet they're jealous. Anyone who's not here.
I would be.
I think it's our job to make them jealous.
It might well be. It looks like it's about 1 p.m.
Okay, cool.
Unless something has changed on the schedule.
Odd number, huh?
Ooh.
I can hardly believe it, but it might make sense. An odd number to start? None of my blogs have started on odd numbers. But it is Sunday. That's a special day tomorrow. My last full day at CEO here in Orlando.
It's been really crazy being down here. This is actually my first CEO.
I went to 2019 in Daytona. I'm happy I've got an alternating experience going, and for next year's CEO plans, it's going back to Daytona.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So those of you in the CEO Daytona shirts walking around, you can reprise those next year, or buy the new merch this year. I'm sure you've been informed that you can scan a QR code that'll pop up on your screen at some point tonight, access our CEO merch store, and peruse all kinds of wonderful tees. Got a Guilty Gear themed one that I know I'm trying to cop by the end of the weekend.
Oh yeah, I've seen a ton of people showing a lot of love for that one. That one was pretty sick. Loading in Birdie versus Ed.
Yo, is Ed the most popular character in the game?
We are seeing an interesting amount of Ed.
Yeah.
Given the fact that like I don't know that Ed's ever been necessarily highly regarded.
No.
So it's intriguing. I wonder if maybe there's something to unpack there where like it feels like the collective opinion of Ed has, I mean, it's certainly, I think it's warmed compared to where it was before, but it still maybe doesn't get the same degree of attention as some of the other characters, but a lot of players with him making it pretty deep into this bracket.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we've seen like 4 different Ed individuals in this one block, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he enforces a certain type of game plan, and if you're capable of making that work, I think that works out really well. Magnegro here on the birdie.
It's the closest to full charge snatch I've ever seen. And Magnegro cornered as a result, but birdie on a single hit confirm into Bullhorn. He leaves the corner, he pursues Oki. Magnegro, though, he's one of the more patient birdies, a little bit more defensive. Trigger 2 as well kind of enforces that threat that makes other people play more slowly to his advantage.
Yeah, I feel like Trigger 2 is, it takes a very particular type of player to play Trigger 2. Like when Zaf had a short time experimenting with Birdie, it was the Trigger 2. It's very much to enforce that type of a thing, exactly as you said. We see the Trigger 2 activation here now. Dodger with a slight life lead. These snatches just getting away by the hair of his chin is Magnegro, and a lot of these, no, get smokes trying to poke out.
I can't believe Flicker was the juggle there. Is that I think that's the meterless kill option, where if it were Psycho Upper, which of course does more damage, he'd have to spend a bar for that. I'm impressed really with that optimization. Even against Birdie, a 1025 life character.
Okay, wow. Armor through though. Magnegro is not interested in dealing with that Oki situation if he can avoid it.
That's a huge jump in. Big Bullhorn on the Oki. Meaty light kick. Birdie Classic one away from stun now. Big stun on the command grab. Guaranteed kill coming right up. Let's see what Magnegro does.
We have enough resources that I think we should be able to cash this out.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We cash out meterless just as well going into the next round. I think one thing is like Dodger is going for those full charge snatches a lot, and Magnegro continues to go to the air, but it's overwhelmingly but jumps back. We saw that jump forward in that last round. That might be part of the adaptation of like, oh, this is what you're going to do. I can start to pigeonhole your approach now.
Learning that in the course of just 2 rounds is quite impressive. We'll have to see if Snatcher ever comes out again. Maybe Dodger not going to give Magnegro the chance to prove to us that he knows how to deal with it, you know? Catching the backdash. Like I said, it's sometimes a mutual agreement. Oh, yeah. Not exactly the biggest punish, but I'm not going to be that critical. It's one of the best ones you can get.
We've got the chains activated once again. Management continues to check this forward movement decently well here as Magnegro. Oh, I said decently well? I'm sorry, very well. But the wake up EX upper once again from Dodger. This time it's working out. Where's the plus range off the snatch?
It's huge.
Gets smoked with the counter hit.
Massive damage. You get combo here. Oh, but Birdie probably would have lived. So throw afterwards is the option that Dodger chose to get a guaranteed kill and take a comeback victory against Magnegro, who was actually suffering as a result of being in V-Trigger 2 there and not having the V-Reversal or V-Shift defensive options. He was stuck there. He didn't get to use that chain once. In fact, Magnegro V-Trigger 2 hurt him over the course of the round more than it helped him. None of those fierces were hit confirmed into VT2, which was not really Magnegro's fault. It's not like he missed it. He just didn't get the chance. Full charge snatch. Magnegro fine to take the gray life. He knows he's a big boy.
The full charge snatch again, but it seems like Dodger is, at least in some respects, changing where they're using snatch. We started seeing less of it, and now in that context, it was almost used as a trip guard.
Yeah. Bite me, he says. He pursues his Oki, double dash. Magnegro now, he's got to find some kind of activation point.
He's holding north far less. Dodger has managed to dissuade it, counter poking through another attempt at it there. And now you got the chains on deck.
Yeah, of course. You see Fierce, he's not going to waste the chains on block. He's going to kill I meant to say he's
going to finish his plate.
I literally just started. Sorry.
We're one round up here for Magnegro here in
The word was
game 2.
find. He's going to find a kill. I swear.
Oh my god, the can keeps him safe. Full charge Nash on the up back. Reminiscent of round 1 here. Maybe we've come back around. Magnegro reassessing the input stream.
Backdashing. Excellent option, because Dodger wants to back throw Magnegro into the corner in that situation. Oh, looking for some kind of trade combo. Doesn't find it.
Continuing to check this forward movement decently, but I mean, Dodger bringing out the snatch as Magnegro gets his attention towards a grounded game. Throw reset again, but he's wise to that now. I'm sorry, you thought you were safe, you were not.
Magnegro's been wise to like every throw attempt. This is one of the best activation paths too. Rare to get V-Trigger 2 activation into good Oki. Oh man, just a low check across the screen. Looking like all Magnegro right now. Edge trigger's running out, so is the comeback mechanic. But he has super to kill with on possibly one confirm.
Yeah, depending on the hit, this really could do it. There's the plus frames going into Flicker.
Oh!
Where it is, that's going to close out that round now.
Incredible. Flicker advances so far forward so fast. And of course, low medium kick Flicker, a safe buffer to use to always have the time to hit confirm. But raw Flicker, 1, 2, 3, that's plenty of time, man. People confirm off 2 lights all the time. Flicker gives you 3.
All right, this is set point now for Dodger. Magnegro needs to try to find a little bit of momentum here. Seeming like there's a struggle, like we've got the round, but I think overwhelmingly the matchup is kind of swinging out of his favor. We're getting a lot of these pokes, but Dodger is getting away with a lot of these tricks, and Magnegro has not sufficiently dissuaded them.
I've never seen a can of soda lose harder than that exchange right there. Dodger going over while anti-airing Magnegro, pursuing a big life lead. Magnegro has to find an activation. It's not really the best one, but he's getting some corner carry. And with 1 bar, I think he can find a kill combo off of Fierce. I'm not even kidding.
All right, setting up.
There it is.
Banana.
He's got. No, not kill combo. Not a kill combo. Great Oki though. All right, he's done. Wow. 1-1. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was amazed. Dodger was on the ropes in so many other previous rounds, and they're really taking turns, kind of making comebacks on one another.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe Dodger just got a little bit antsy and chomped at the bit a little bit there. All right, maybe some overcommitment, but a lot of respect for the banana, or maybe just content with the crouch jab check. 1 game apiece now. Oh, wow, at the very tip as an anti-air.
That is the down Fierce combo. Optimal damage on the punish. I called it out once before that he only did 1 medium. Then he just instantly showed me the full optimization. Dodger's just getting more and more comfortable as the set goes on. Wow, that was brave.
I wonder, maybe is the idea that using it as a tool will let them counter poke through some of these snatch attempts. Okay, finishes out with the chains. The chains are now gone. Dodger has the activation, has already happened, and able to dance behind that fireball and finds the low check. Going to be a whole bunch of corner carry here.
Next combo kills off a medium. Same is true for Magnegro. He can kill off a crush counter heavy kick. Many birdies have. It's a very reliable closer for him. It's a starter too. He wants that trigger, and Birdie can build a trigger in like 3 or 4 of those crush counters and take a little bit of damage.
And it's a 2-bar trigger.
Yeah, exactly.
As you called out, there's advantages to the 2-bar trigger, right? You get it so much faster. You have the possibility of getting it a second time. It seems like one of the things is Magnegro is utilizing the banana a lot more in this matchup. And maybe that's part of the adjustment here. Sitting on full CA right now, but on the back foot, had to backdash out the regular DP. That situation there from Dodger.
Yeah, it looked like Birdie was throw teching. I think maybe it was an attempt at a -2 into throw situation.
Yeah.
Ed with the sportsmanship, you hear him say not bad on his back rise. He doesn't mind playing with his back to the wall. He's walking towards him right now. He's also contesting against match point for Magnegro.
There's a lot of the Eds today, I feel like, as the matchup goes on and they get a better sense of the neutral, we're seeing flicker jab as like a footsie option at the very tip. And I think for every Ed I've seen today, once they land on that point, the matchup ends up going their way. A whole lot of cash out here, all the resources humanly possible, from coast to coast, right from the east all the way to the west.
I mean, it's the wisest thing to do. The block button is very functional. Oh, no super yet. He was so close to it.
but we want to save that meter going into the next round if we can.
Fuzzy?
Any poke will
Oh,
do
he's
it.
dead!
Oh my god, imagine tunnel visioning so hard on the dub that you get blown up by wake
He's
up
not
stand
dead.
short,
He's
but
not
he's
dead.
still alive. 15 seconds left on the clock. V-shift back.
Whoa! I mean, Birdie Crouch Light Punch is a real closer here. I hate to say it. It's a real closer right there.
It is, I mean, that's a great spot to be on. Like, yes, you have the life lead. In theory, the onus is on them to make something happen, but he absolutely can, and he had already walked himself so far back to the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, there's two places in Street Fighter that you can consider to be practically hell. Cornered by a fireball trap from a character with a good fireball game, and then cornered by Birdie with a crouch light punch. That's really it. I mean, what was he going to do, jump and get crouch medium punched?
Maybe, I mean, it's this really, you needed to make a read. Like, it's this awful spot. Like, imagine having the life lead that close to timeout, but you are the one who is forced to have to put everything you have on this one defensive read that makes or breaks it for you. It's not where you expect to be in that spot, but it's the result of Dodger tunnel visioning on. Wanted so badly to finish the job, the dash in getting checked by the wake up stand short was everything.
Yeah. You know, as Dodger in that situation, reflecting, I think the prayer that you send is a crush counter button, like heavy kick from Ed. Some kind of crush counter would build him a lot of space. Knowing that, you know, we were all worried about Birdie crouch light punch, right? I'm sure Dodger was just as much as I was. You got to play the priority system gambling game, I think, because otherwise you have to take some kind of risk moving at Birdie, and moving at him guarantees that you can just be hit, right? Might as well move with something that could possibly get you a win, like a heavy kick. That's all I think.
Yeah,
bro.
I think the difficulty though is in that spot, like once your life is that low, you don't want to take those risks.
Yeah.
And like you could mitigate the risk, you could have the right tool, like you're calling out these tools that make a lot of sense, even particularly in the context, but any risk feels bad in that spot. Of course, you're overwhelmingly just going to want to hold some down back, but you had nowhere else to go, and of course, Magnegro walking you down, you need to do something.
Imagine how foolish you'd feel, too, if Magnegro walked up, blocked the heavy kick, and just did a 4-frame punish with stand light kick. Because heavy kick is -4 from Ed. You can space it pretty well, but Birdie light kick is pretty big, too. So there's really like all fighting game scenarios, there's no perfect answer, right? If you're looking for one, you should really, really be playing like puzzle games or single player or something.
Right, and that's what's really cool, I think, about fighting games. That like there are situations where there is a de facto answer. Like sometimes it just mathematically works.
Yeah.
But even then, like mathematically isn't always everything, right? Like maybe you block the -4 stand roundhouse. Maybe you're too far away for the stand short to connect on the first active frame.
That can happen. That actually happens all the time. Eds love spacing that out well enough so that happens. And Birdie doesn't walk very fast, so it might be harder for him to walk up and block it at a spacing where you could possibly punish. So there's like an infinite amount of interactions, and it reminds me of an experience I had walking through the hotel rooms recently here at the Wyndham. In the hallway, I heard somebody playing sets in a room right across from mine. He said, "There's nothing I can do about that." And
that's never true.
I was walking in my own room, putting the key in the door. I turned around and screamed, "That's not true!" And then I went in my room and slammed the door.
Somebody went to their local Discord and they were like, "I don't know what just happened, but I was complaining about this dumb matchup thing."
Yeah.
And some voice from the void decided to call me out on my stuff. And now they're tuning into the stream and they hear that voice talking about Mad Titan versus Chick D.
Mad Titan, Nash player that we were praying for earlier, finally gets to use this Nash experience that I have on commentary. All thanks to him. And Honda, I mean, we got plenty of Honda experience between both of us. Popular pick these days. Everybody loves their World Warriors. And, you know, Honda players, they have never loved contesting against projectiles, which is why we're seeing V-Skill 1 from Honda. It's you can actually cancel off the clap, of course, into his specials. Guaranteed punishes with headbutt off of the clap for some of these Sonic moves.
The V reversal just to get out Mad Titan with all this space left on the screen, and we saw Mad Titan earlier. All of that space will absolutely be utilized. Completely comfortable bringing this back to mid-screen. V shift into the V break. Look at all that gray life continuing to mount. No whiff punish on the headbutt.
Sumo slam. V-reversals to get some great life in there. Chip was available, but Mad Titan just didn't cancel.
Ooh, because he found the anti-air. That meter's going with him to the next round.
He wants it. He's made these decisions a couple times before.
Yeah.
Although in that circumstance, I actually think the medium kick scythe was unsafe from that spacing. We just haven't seen the punish yet from Jit.
We got the anti-air headbutt. Mad Titan in the corner far earlier in this round. The chase down on the V-reversal, but we don't find much after it. The big counter hit, but also no follow-up after that. Jig D leaving a little bit on the table in some of these contexts.
Now I was talking about how clap into cancel, right? You can punish projectiles technically, but Nash is throwing the slow traveling ones and has plenty of time to recover before Jik is even pressing V-skill against them. For example, that's just a waste of meter. Actually a frame trap. You know, it worked out for Jik. He's got a life lead too. Oh, nice combo off the boom. Oh, another one. V-skill 2 loaded up once again. It's kind of like, it's a V-skill that benefits your zoning a little bit more than your rushdown ability. Oh, I think he's gone. He's a goner. Yeah.
All right, well, that's fine. Mad Titan gets to bring all that bar into the next one. It seems like maybe, you know what? Especially given that Mad Titan is overwhelmingly playing outside of mid-range and playing such a fireball-centric game, I think that fireball trap is like a large element of their game, and in some respects seems to help to reinforce the strength of their zoning game. Oh, there it is!
Wow.
It doesn't need to be a fireball that's trading with my fireball.
It's a utility. It's a tool. Super is a real tool you can use. And we saw it brilliantly used earlier when he did Sonic Whip canceled into Super to beat an anti-projectile option again. Although, I wonder if maybe if Clap were canceled into Sumo Headbutt or Butt Slam, maybe you could dodge it. I don't know. Super pretty fast.
It travels super quick.
Yeah, yeah. That one looked, wow. Only nice. V-Skill 2 Scythe could have reached there.
Yeah, a nice punish. Mad Titan does not have the life lead right now, but with the way the matchup is going, you would not believe it. Okay.
+2, overhead, 2
overhead.
In a row. Ah, he snuck forward with the overhead too to put himself in throw range for the last hit.
So smart closing out that first game. I love watching some Nash.
Yeah.
I think it's we don't see it represented as much, but I remember when this last major patch dropped and Nash got a lot of love.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, oh, you know what? Maybe this character can work. It's just like you need to put in a lot of work with him.
Yep. Sobot though was the first hit of this round, and that was the most buff move by far. I think it made the biggest difference overall. We haven't seen the forward medium kick into a counter hit combo. I think Mad Titan is among the boomiest Nashes I've ever played. A lot of them kind of prefer to move around with normals, bazooka knee, but he loves his special moves, and it gives him so much meter as a result.
And that's what I mean, is like the fact that he's, ooh, nice trip guard on the butt slam. Yeah. But yeah, the fact that all the booms build the meter, which generates the super threat, which reinforces the strength of the zoning, and you keep dealing with it. Ooh, I'm sorry, these skies is protected, EX Moonside.
Yeah.
The low forward check, and now Mad Titan perfectly comfortable to back up literally the full strength of the screen.
Ooh, that medium kick slice whipped pretty big. It might have been hit by a jump in there. It's risky to try to, wow, he tried to throw. Oh my God, you get Oki here too, by the way, only on EX. Oh my God. That's incredible. Forward medium kick, you can't go wrong pressing it most of the time, but V-trigger headbutt. Honda can throw that out, and it's like 200 damage on hit, safe on block. You know, it's a trigger.
That Titan seems really learned in this matchup. All of these unique punishes completely on deck, getting a lot of this guaranteed damage out, being the aggressor much more in this round. The one EX boom this time, the stagger pressure. There's the second boom this time. I'm sorry, sir.
He didn't do EX. He's saving the meter again. It makes sense. I'm starting to understand his decision making very much too. When he has these life leads like this, he knows he's going to find a stray hit somewhere. He's Nash, right? Another whip punish with sweep. Sweet knockdown. Got more meter building right on deck. Heavy boom. Look at those speed mix-ups, right? Heavy into light, and then a medium kick sight to get the frame trap even off a light from so far away.
And you had called out earlier on, there was a lot of the light boom to dissuade the clap, but once the clap was dissuaded, we start to see the faster ones cycled in, and now we're varying up that option as well. Mad Titan's ground game is very practiced.
This is looking brutal. A medium kick scythe and a super
Oh, don't
kill.
clap on this, you will die.
Yes, super.
Oh, you didn't do it.
There's super, come on.
No super there either.
It's got 2 hits on it, you can confirm. Come on, yeah, let's do it. 3 in a row.
Closing it out with the perfect on the CA confirm and the
pop-off. That man must have just made top 24.
He did. That does indeed send him to top 24.
He even pops off with his opponent. What great sportsmanship.
Yeah, you know what? Good on Jigdy to respect and recognize.
A
Sometimes
thumbs up,
good
too.
pop-ups
Man,
are
I
good
love this
pop-
guy.
There we go.
Give me an encore.
You the real MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mad Titan does move on to the top 24, gets to play again tomorrow. We are running out of matches here today, but we've still got Shine versus Hollow is not updated. Opposite Alex, and Ran Masama. It looks like Shine is sitting down. Oh!
Yeah, we're getting an update on him right now.
We are.
Is that Ramasama?
That's Ran Masama.
I haven't seen this Rashid in ages. Is he Floridian? Is this local to him or did he travel? I don't know. Somebody can tell me. Not like I can read chat right now. I'm sure you have plenty of informative things to tell me.
I'm taking a look at the rest of the matches that are still waiting. It looks like Lazunoko is waiting on the winner of Blarlad and Artemisk, and Dodger still in, playing against Alejandro. Nigel also still in against Brent is Cool, at least in terms of the most recent version of the bracket that I am looking at. I hope all of y'all are having fun. We only got a couple of more matches left before we start to close down and get ready to bring you guys the rest of this top 24 tomorrow. It has been a blessing and a treasure to be able to hold down this Street Fighter with all of y'all, and I'm hoping these last matches meet the intensity and the energy of everything else that we've had today.
I think it started off as a, if I may alliterate for a couple seconds here, a magnificent morning, a delightful day, an exceptional evening. Let's see where we are on the clock right now.
It's 9:47.
9:47. This block is scheduled to be finished by 10, but I think our players, if they play patiently enough, could give us maybe a little bit of extra time. I would appreciate it personally. I know you've been working all day. I just, this is our last match. Okay,
This is going to be the last one. And again, this match will determine only one of these two players gets to move out into the loser side of top 24 tomorrow.
Did you say, so this is a losers match as well?
It is.
I wonder who put Shine in losers.
Let's double check. I thought
You know, I also wonder about
we
Ramasama.
watched that match, didn't we? Yeah, Dr. African.
Yeah. We just saw that. That was recent.
Yeah.
So maybe Ramasama has the longer climb. We haven't seen him on stream yet. Personally, I haven't. Maybe you have. I don't know.
I saw Ramasama play a pools match or two at some point in the last 2 days. The bracket all becomes a blur at a certain point. What are days? What is anything? The world is a sequence of hitboxes and frame data.
Yep. And infinitely malleable. It's, you know, a lot of people like to really hammer it home that the world is some kind of sphere and not any other kind of shape or lack of shape. But to me, it's really just this like ununderstandable, malleable thing that is fighting game information. It's my whole world right now. It has been all day, yesterday too, and tomorrow.
So we got Ran Masama off to the slightest of life leads here. Also, slowly pushing Shine into the corner. They're both playing super patient right now.
Yeah. You know, a real patient Rashid is the kind of Rashid that does crouch fierce and doesn't even do EX on the first cancel. He did light, then actually made an anti-air whiff, did Ramasama, Shine suffering for it, but on the verge of an activation, no doubt.
All right, we got the trigger activation here for Shine. The next hit will stun, so we find the walk-up crouching strong. Are we going to be able to close this out for the round? Yes, we are with the up knife. We do it meterless even the first round on the board for Shine.
I'm a little worried about Cody. He holds that knife pretty close to his neck while he does ruffian kick upwards.
Yo, but he's practiced.
It's like a circus performer or a knife thrower.
When he went to the rival schools, he played with the butterfly knife all the time.
I'm glad that in his solitary cell, which probably looks something like the Grid 2 over here, he was doing knife tricks. They let him do whatever he wanted.
Shine, that's the second time that we've seen a big, empowered EX Zonk be a big party starter here for Shine. There's the tornado, the V-trigger on deck, but nothing actually comes of it. Ran Masama also accidentally cornering themselves, but finding the whiff punish and pushing us back into the corner. Shine very nearly stunned. Are we going to get the stun here? Yes, we are, but I think we're not going to be able to kill.
Totally alive, yeah. A throw will kill, though. Look out for this back throw. Yeah. Shine was looking out for it.
Oh, there's the back throw after on his own wake up. I think Shine was watching for EX Mixer.
Yeah, that makes sense. He just can't walk back in time. Cody's just, he doesn't move like a fast character in any capacity. Not on the dashes or the walking.
Ooh, the crouching strong catches an up forward. We're in a pretty good spot here. There's the high ruffian.
Yeah, bad spot for Ramasama. His one saving grace, he could possibly build super pretty soon. I'm on the safe reverse. That's a great punish. Oh, yeah. Oh, I assumed he would be in medium punch range to get the frame traps going, but Rashid medium punch, very short, very advantageous, of course. You can't blame him for wanting to press it.
Getting away with a lot of these.
Oh!
Oh my god, the V reversal almost punished.
Yeah, if Ramasama pressed Fierce a little bit earlier, I think it was possible that it could have been a punish.
Oh, that's tough. The second Masama jumped over and cornered themselves, you saw Shine walk back. All Shine was watching for was that off-the-wall attempt and was ready with exactly the right combo to close out that first game.
Yeah. Also, the Season 5 all-wall jumps create a juggle state type combo, situationally aware anti-air. I love seeing people convert in completely unique ways in that circumstance. It looked like a Mortal Kombat anti-air combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Masama taking a second to think about it, but we are going back into what may well be the last game of the day for us.
Certainly possible. I think Shine won 2 rounds straight. Look how patient they are.
Yeah, they're both playing super patient. Utilizing the neutral jump as a way to play around the footsie tools on display here for Masama there with Shine. But Shine, Masama getting these first hits. There's the throw now into the corner.
Not overextending though. Preserving the position is the most important thing for Ramasama. A little late on the tornado punish attempt. Cody framed it on the projectile. Actually not that bad. Oh, great safe way to get around the tornado. Back jump. Very underrated defensive option.
Shine seems really comfortable just spending the V reversal in this matchup and not really worrying quite as much about V trigger. Plus, it's that 2-bar trigger, as we keep talking about. You're going to get it more often.
Wake up, pocket sand, counter hit into Fierce. Does so much damage. What could the closer be?
There's the trigger off of the Crime Sway block string extension. So little life left on deck for Masama. The Crime Sway actually dodges the Eagle Spike.
I've never seen anything like it. Oh, that's a lot of knives. And then an EX projectile. Wow. Checkmate situation. Shine just walked up there and blocked, but he could have taken the hit if he wanted to. It might have looked pretty funny.
And I mean, if Masama didn't do something like that, you were going to have to eat the mix after. Rolls through the tornado this time. And once again, early getting Shine to the corner, but it has not mattered. Consistently, Shine is either getting out on his own or Masama is overextending and cornering themselves. Here we are, the decent corner carry, we'll call it decent from Cody.
It's
all the way back
full.
to this corner now off of this stun, and this is this is absolutely a one-touch situation. I think a back throw might kill here.
Oh, it would, definitely. Wake up 3 frame for Ramasama. At this point with that Grey Life tacked on, could be a medium that kills. Anything that's converted in any capacity as well.
Oh, he's charging a heavy EX Zonk right now, you know it.
Yep.
There's the EX Zonk, the plus frames into the throw. That's going to close it out. Shine solidifies his spot in the top 24 tomorrow and closes out the Street Fighter bracket for today.
Close out Ramasama's tournament life. That whole set, not a single wake up EX mixer.
I respect that. Also, you should have done it, I think. But you know what? Even in that game 1, you could see Shine was already playing around EX Mixer very deliberately.
Yeah.
So, sure, you need to... On one hand, you need to represent it, otherwise they're not going to worry about it. On the other hand, you have Shine was very clearly already mindful of it, and Ramasama was playing much more of a patient game.
Yeah, and Ramasama noticed too, like when he got away with wake up throw tech while Shine was walking back, that's Shine clearly showing his intention to play offensively patiently and punish and crush a mixer, so it makes sense that it never came out.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe in that last ditch situation with a EX Zonk in a frame trap situation, might see it, but not this time.
Didn't ultimately end up happening. So Masama unfortunately out, but a great showing from them. Again, Shine will be here tomorrow, as will you, as will I, as hopefully will all of you be here tomorrow. We've got the top 24 still. I believe that's at 1 p.m. and then the top 8 in the main stage over on CEO Gaming once we get there tomorrow. What a weekend it has been.
Yeah, we would just move over one more block over there. The ring will be filled. The competitors will pick their entrance music. Don't you forget to do that.
That's true.
Yeah.
I know everyone's super excited to be here for CEO Gaming. If you're excited to be here for CEO Gaming, you can show some love by partaking in some of that CEO Official 2021 merch. If you got the means to scan a QR code, there's a QR code on the screen for you. If you want to use your little fingers and type it in yourself instead, you can go to ceo.gaminggen.gg for your chance to pick up some of this merch. We have all this merch here in the venue. This stuff looks sick. That gear shirt, like you called out earlier, looking real good.
Yeah, I like that worldwide hoodie too because it fits the theme that CEO seems to be showing to the world, right? We're going to Anaheim, we're going to California for a couple events coming up. We might be hearing about those in just a few seconds, actually, maybe a few slides.
But before that, we got to show some love. Panda put that Kickstarter up. I know y'all have seen it on Twitter. It was backed damn near instantly. Panda.gg/control, so you can take a look at that infinitely customizable Panda gaming hardware.
Yeah, Smash community been backing Panda's every project, an entire Smash tour, helpfully organized by Team Panda, as well as this controller that will revolutionize the lives of anybody trying to play Smash Brothers, GameCube games, or just have an excellent controller for their PC with a wild variety of customizable parts and all other kinds of features. You even can get your own colored faceplate, however you choose. I'm excited for this thing in every capacity. I actually need a new GameCube controller, even to play Monkey Ball with, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, there's a GameCube game for you.
Yeah. In the meantime, too, more t-shirts and merch for you to buy. Support our friends at Tenno Media, who are helping our broadcasts over here at CEO as well. You've seen some Tenno shirts walking around. You know they're the most helpful people in the venue. And they have a QR code for you to scan as well for anybody that's looking to get that good-ass Tekken merch. I've been watching ICFC, Global, Korea, Japan, all over the world. And it has been like my entire exposure to Tekken just watching these high-quality online events put on by Tenno. So, of course, I'd support them. I'm scanning the QR code right now.
Yeah. You can also show some love to Festival of Fights 2022 coming at you on February 3rd through 6th. You see the games on the screen. You see that $7,000 prize pot spread out amongst those titles. If you want to go and participate, you can go to smash.gg/FOF2022 or go to festivaloffights.com to learn more information. And you were just talking about DreamHack Anaheim. Yes,
yeah.
Fighting games are indeed back. If you like that 7,000, you're going to love that 15,000. Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood Type Lumina, and Smash Brothers Ultimate and Melee coming at you on February 11th through 13th. Also in the year of 2022, smash.gg/DHANA22.
You know, I'm glad you pointed out the year there, because I was thinking you should stay in California to go from one event to the other. But more events you can travel the entire country with over here. Our local host Smash tournaments, also featuring Tekken, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Street Fighter V, and Guilty Gear Strive. You know, we can read these cities on the screen, but let me do it for you. Austin, Bakersfield, Denver, Fullerton, North Brunswick, Oceanside, Philadelphia, and St. Louis.
Oh, look at that.
Check out those Fighting
speed
Game
run
Wednesdays.
on the locations of the local hosts.
Now, if you want to speed run all kinds of fighting game inputs that were previously challenging for you, invest in yourself and invest in a Hitbox arcade controller, possibly a mixed box or a split box for yourself. I don't know. We've seen some wild projects get created with these things. Among them, too, we saw Birdie on the screen earlier. No dolphin dives. You want to know why? Magnegro is going up against players who use hitboxes and can go straight from a down crouching input to an up while skipping neutral, saving themselves 6 frames and always being able to react to a Birdie dolphin dive in time.
There you go. That's the deep lore. And if you need to take a bite of something to really chew on that information that may well be new to you as it is to me, you can take out the OP bar. No gluten, no dairy, no soy, just everything you need to be OP. Use promo code CEO10 for 10% off over at overpowered.gg. I might have to take a bite of that and chew on that information that you just gave me.
Yeah. Pick up that PS5 controller and maybe get some of those nuts from under there back on the bar. It looks like such a delicious pile of ingredients on that cutting board. I want the whole thing. Can someone get me one of those?
We'll have to see.
I can get one for 10% off using the CEO10 code at overpowered.gg.
Yeah, wow. What a day.
Certainly.
What a day.
It's been long. I mean, you could say it's been a night, but honestly, it's CEO, right? We're in the Wyndham Resort here. A lot of people's nights are just beginning.
That's absolutely true. And with us, our night with you is just ending. If I can get a little sappy for a second, it is a joy and a pleasure to be down here at CEO. I could not be happier to close out the Street Fighter stream today with you. You talked about it at the beginning when we opened up the stream. This is something that you and I have been doing since our locals a couple of years ago. It is so amazing to be back. I'm glad to be down on here with you for this.
What an incredible pairing we've had. I want to do more in the future, and we'll give ourselves a chance by signing off now. We can't stay here forever. I've been Monkey Business, and I'm peacing out with Brad over here.
Take care, y'all. Be safe.